I don't know, kind of.
And what's up, y'all? Y'all just out here testing things.
Testing
to see what we sound
Can
like.
you hear us?
You might be wondering why the early? What?
Early, huh?
What?
Plagues?
Testing?
Floods?
10 minutes
Early?
ahead of time?
Impossible.
But yeah, just seeing what we sound like. Just, you know.
I'm checking the stream on my phone.
Yeah, you gotta wait. Check the stream.
Yeah, I'm like, don't let the notification on your phone fool you.
Yeah, you gotta wait. Check the stream.
Yeah, I'm like, don't let
this video. So we're good.
We sound effing amazing.
I don't know what that was. And I apologize in advance for everything you're about to witness this episode.
France, you just gotta be so aware of your oofs.
Oh, no, I'm
gonna tell you right now.
I'm clipped on oofs.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm going full yikes.
Ever since Cortez...
Full yikes.
Ever since Cortez put the sixer to your temple...
What did he do? Wait, when
spun that shit?
When did that happen?
Listen, Cortez
France has been on his ankles.
Wait, where's his...
What?
I can't remember what his nationality is.
Boy.
Cortez.
Él es boricua como yo.
Okay. Listen,
demasiado de boricua.
Cause we're gonna call it. So we're gonna call it.
What we calling?
Boricua roulette. Cause he put this. No.
You could call it whatever you want, man. You don't want
heavy sixes. What?
You the one under the gun.
Come at you now again.
Right.
He keeps that count. He's like, yo, France is on his 4th oof of the month.
Oh, that's right. He does keep count.
He
Okay.
does.
Honestly, I appreciate it.
That's right. We already.
Because I'll be like,
All
I feel like this is too many oops.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna start soon, but we're gonna go to the starting soon, so you know that we're starting soon because we're not on yet. All right.
Which means everything's good.
Everything's all right.
Yeah.
It's
Everything's okay.
Mike, you wore that shirt on the pod before.
Ooh.
And
this is the shirt in all the promos.
Shirts can
This is my shirt from the promos.
I got a lot, but you called me in the rotation. I want
to have a lot of shirts, but we on the 90th
So we're gonna start soon.
We're
gonna start in like 8 minutes. All right, bye.
Welcome to Two Nerds and an Actor, the entertainment podcast for the nerd adjacent to the nerd aficionado, where we give you bi-weekly reviews on a popular TV show and movie and tell you in hilarious fashion what to watch and why. This is season 5, episode 9.
Yeah.
I am here with my nerd legends,
Oh.
Mike Santana.
You get to pick what legend?
No, this
Slim
is
Keeley's. I'm gonna just go off the. I am Slim Keeley's.
The confidence.
He's a legend, right? I guess.
And France Jerome.
It's always black something. So I can't do black rings.
You can do whatever you want.
Nah, that's
just
lame.
make it a legend. Make it legendary.
Black dragon scales. No. I tried too hard.
Ooh.
You did.
Yeah, black dragon. We'll go with black dragon.
Okay.
I'm just Shang-Chi Aisha. That's it.
You could have been Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, you could have been Shang-Chi.
Like salchichas, but
Yeah.
Salchichas. I love
Yeah,
salchichas.
somebody's not on their game.
It's okay. I didn't have as much happy hour as France did.
the shout out. Now the board of directors gonna be like words.
For the directors.
Sponsors
on our
have left the
podcast.
building. Jeez.
Executive decisions.
Well, if you didn't already know, we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi, or I'm sorry, Shang-Chi.
There we go.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. Which came out just, what was like last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about
Pick up the sound a little
Shang-Chi.
bit.
We're going to talk about
For the people.
What If, episodes 2 to 5. We're also going to talk about the coveted Spider-Man trailer, which everyone has been talking about.
No Way Home.
And finally, Matrix 4 trailer. So
Matrix 4
I still can't breathe.
Resurrections is
you definitely want to stick through to the end for that one because
brought to you by Pfizer.
facts. I'll tell you right now, every time we sat down in a movie theater, every single time for the past 16 years, a trailer would come up and France goes, Matrix 4? And I'd be like, dude, let it go.
She dead ass.
It's literally never going to happen.
I was like,
And then I was like, are you kidding me?
a wing and a prayer and some drop code.
I'm done. I was done.
I'm letting you relish.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I can't even like pretend and be like cool for the camera. I'm so happy.
He made me restart the trailer twice because I was like, hold on, I want to clean off my glasses. He was like, nope, we're starting over.
Yeah, we're gonna get this 4K.
It's like,
Nah,
oh my
I want your
God.
voice polluting this moment.
It was too
Fuck
much.
you is.
It was too much. All right. We got some good nerdy leaks for you, too. Some
Yeah, we do.
sad things, some
Eventually.
exciting things. So
Yeah.
why don't we just get into it?
Yeah. Might not do the little song intro for this one.
I know. Before we really get into it, let's say hello to our streamer people before we get really deep into it.
Oh, okay.
Hi, streamers. How are you?
Well, we're the streamers. They're the
Right.
they're
Sorry.
the dreamers.
You're the ones watching.
Oh, we got
Wait, why
names
are
for them
they
already?
dreaming?
This is dope.
Call them dreamers.
I mean,
As a
Lady
reference to
Gaga
the
calls them
Matrix?
monsters.
I was like they're immigrants? What? I don't like that.
Welcome to the Docker Pocket. No!
Well, you guys, I didn't say it.
So Denmark just passed a bill. Told you we were going to talk about that.
He did tell us. We're
Okay.
forewarned.
We just want to say hi to our people online. Thank you for tuning in live. I know we're at a different time than normal. We're on a Friday. It's late at night, so thanks for being here with us. And as always, feel free to chat it up in the chat boxes, and we will get to you towards our breaks or towards the end. So don't feel like we're ignoring you. We love you. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Please do. Okay, so first up, there is no way that we could do this podcast without remembering the late, great Michael K. Williams. Because not even that all of the work he did, the TV shows, movies, all those things, he personally affected us. Like,
Yeah.
personally, we got to reach out to him and have conversation with him. And so I kind of want to give that time for us to just talk about our fondest memories. France, you want to go first?
No problem. Man, forgive the squeaky chair, but man, it was a few years back. I was performing a poem at at a gala for a nonprofit, and it's a great turnout, cool joint. It was the first time they had like a press step and repeat that had like mad press there, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And Michael K. Williams was there. He was wearing some dope red velvet pants. Never forget. It was red velvet pants. Cannot forget the swag. Man was swaggy. And I got up, performed this piece. It was newish. I was a little nervous. I did the piece, and then when I got off stage, he rushed me almost. They gave me the dap, and he was just like, yo, that was like, he was so effervescent. Like, he was just like super hyped. That's been the piece. And I forget that like not too long before that performance, that Soul Williams had performed at like Afro Punk, and him and Michael Williams actually like opened for him. And he writes poetry, and he's an artist of such a high caliber. But he ran up on me like he knew me forever. And even though small world, and there's some people that we know in tandem, we never met like that. Never got to build like that. And he really just ran up on me like, yo, that was great. And I was like, oh my God. I was like,
Omar coming.
I was like, the legacy of that man's effect on hip hop. Yeah. Yeah. It was wild. And but kicked it like he was like, if I ever bumped into him around the way, he felt like we'd had the same vibe. And I was like, can't forget that. And someone took a picture, and it was cool, but it just it was the red swaggy velvet pants and the smile that everyone talks about all the time, and how down to earth. And he was like, he wasn't giving me notes, but he definitely remembered some lines that was definitely like, he was like, yo, the cadence on this part. And I'm like, my man really knows what he talked about.
Nah, he knew his shit.
Yeah, and that was definitely deeply impactful moment with somebody iconic. It was dope.
Mike?
I mean, I never had the opportunity to meet him. But I mean, listen, this is a podcast about TV shows, movies, and shit, right? So,
Facts.
3 of my favorite top 7 TV shows of all time: The Wire, Community, and Boardwalk Empire. And this motherfucker was in all 3.
People forget about Community.
They could forget Professor Kane all they want. I won't, because a man got to have a code. Yeah. And Michael K. Williams, for a lot of people who didn't know about his struggles, seemed like he had the cheat code on life, because it seemed like life gave him every reason not to be who he was, and couldn't stop him from being who he was. Every single person that has been sharing about the impact he's had on them, either directly or indirectly, has just been describing what is equivalent to the fucking sun. Like on Earth. Yeah. This man, was a very talented actor, which is what I know him most for. But I mean, he just lived life fully. He traveled a lot. He did a lot of philanthropic work. He was a tremendous artist on many different forms of expression, which seems unfair. Again, cheat code. And he even did shit for like Vice and like some like news stuff and reporting on shit. And he was a fashion icon. He was a queer icon probably before even the term queer icon existed. Yeah. I'm not saying he was the first queer icon. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the term. This guy's been that for a minute, his whole entire life. And he just wore his entire self on his sleeve, and that humanity showed in every role he took. I've never seen him be unimpressive on screen. Yeah. No matter what he was in.
Word too.
And lastly, I mentioned my mom on here a lot. Me and Mima, we ran through TV shows and movies for a long time. And I remember I convinced her to give The Wire a try. And
give The Wire a try.
And if you know Mima, she grew up very conservative and stuff and religious. And she like tried to raise me that way too. So the fact that I was able to convince her to give this show a try, she watched the first episode with me, and then this is off Netflix when you were getting discs like physical DVDs delivered, yes, to your house.
They still do that, which is weird.
Yeah. We watched the first episode, and she's like, "That's it? Put the next one." And that turned into many sessions of running through the entire 5 seasons of The Wire. And at the end of it, by far and away, her favorite character was Omar. And just, you got to know me and know her to understand what that really means. The fact that my mom's favorite character in a show about drug dealers, corrupt politicians, and all this shit was a gay, queer, black, trench coat wearing, shotgun, whistle down the street, killing motherfuckers, stealing from drug dealers. Like, this was the man that she found the most connection with, and that she enjoyed watching, that she understood and cried when what happens.
Yeah. And
you know, a lot of us cry and probably will continue to for a long time when we think about the memory of Michael K.
Well, I think that, like, you know, the reason everyone thinks of him so fondly, even if you never met him, is how transparent he was in every role that he did. Yeah. And that was something he talked about all the time. And, you know, I did get to interview him on 2 different occasions. And, like, the second time I was like, yo, I interviewed you before. And he was like, oh, yeah, back up at that organization in Harlem. I was like, yeah. And, like, the fact that he remembered me out of the 1 million reporters he's probably talked to, too, was, like,
fucking insane.
Dope. But he would always talk about how, like, he was a sensitive kid. And that, like, he would always get made fun of for being a sensitive kid. And, like, and because I interviewed him with Black Nerd Problems, and he was like, you know, that was me. I was that nerdy kid that people made fun of because I liked all these things, and I was sensitive, and I would cry about certain things, or I would have emotions. And he was like, little did I know, like, that was my superpower. Like, my sensitivity got me into these movies, got me into these shows, and that's how I am me. So it's just super sad. Because even after those interviews, I was like, man, I can't wait to, like, work with him on that kind of level. You know what I mean? Like, face to face, we're doing a role together and, like, be in that.
Yeah.
And it was just, damn.
Yeah.
So I got the news and I was like, can't this one be a hoax?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Right? We're like, this one's not real. Yeah. But, yeah. Remembering him.
Yeah. So, I mean, condolences, prayers, and love out to his family and everybody, all the lives he touched, because there were many.
So many.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just unfortunate. I'm going to rewatch The Wire. I mean, I kind of have to. It's been a minute.
You already know what I'm doing with The Wires.
We're still on season 4 now?
Why would you tell the people?
Oh, no. What, we rewatching it?
Well, that's payback for you saying that he was, there you go. There you go. But yeah, Michael K. Williams, brilliant, genius, just in life, and you know he looking down, and there's a lot of people probably surprised, but feeling privileged that they get to see him and talk to him now.
Him, Chadwick, they up there partying.
Nah,
right
don't
now.
start. If you start roll calling names,
I know it's
day
gonna be
before
intense.
9/11, yeah, you can't do that.
Oh my god!
You can't. I'm saying you can't just roll call names. They're gonna make, you can't do that. Aisha, read the room.
I said 2 names. They partying up there.
Big names. All right.
I'm just never gonna hear the theme song the same way anymore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
When you walk through the garden. Is that what you're gonna do it like?
Better watch your back. Nah, if you don't do it with all the soul that the blues requires, then
you have to
get a guttural.
So on that note, let's get into some other things slightly connected through Lovecraft Country. Some good news.
That is a connection.
That is
a connection.
Because he's a segue.
He is a segue. He worked on Lovecraft Country, was amazing in that, you know. And the same writer is now going to be working on the Black Canary film, starring Journey Smollett.
Yeah.
Smollett.
You pronounce her name correctly, sir.
Smollett.
Smollett.
Yes.
Smollett. Which is exciting. That means there is a black lady behind the scenes working with a black lady in front of the scenes.
I remember one of the things we said about that Birds of Prey movie was that, damn, we wanted more Canary. That was like one of the things we said.
Legit.
And here we go.
And they didn't showcase her power that much, and I think that's exciting to know.
So hopefully the show has a budget to do that.
I hope they got home.
Better give it a budget.
Journey better be in the dojo, because Black Canary is one of the most OD hand-to-hand combatants.
Top 10
easily
in
DC. Yeah,
top 10 easily.
Even though she can like scream people's heads to explode.
That's just the cherry on the cherry on the top.
Like you being able to keep up with her in a sparring match in the comics and shit.
Remember Young Justice?
Yeah, she was the one training them.
Right,
she was putting Superboy in the clinch.
Yeah,
that's dedication though, because I would have been like, I'm lazy, sing like a Mariah Carey note and be like, let's move on.
Oh, she'll make you hit notes.
This is an F.
Yeah.
Destroy your face.
Duets with Ariana Grande.
Glasses
It's like, I mean, dope. I mean, I'm excited about it. I think it'll be cool. What do you think you can expect from the movie? Like, is it going to be more Birds of Prey? Is it going to be just her?
It should focus on her because, I mean, the character deserves it. And I'd just like to see that actress get that opportunity.
Do you think it'll be before Birds of Prey? Like, back in time?
I don't need it to be. I'd rather be after. But we know that Margot Robbie's probably not going to be involved in it.
No.
Right.
She needs a break, she said.
She's taking a step back.
Yeah.
I could see Misha Green is very good at blackness. And putting blackness on screen and giving it narrative and giving it space and time and flow. So I could see this being a quasi prequel that then jumps forward to a I'm here now type thing. So we already did Birds of Prey.
Flashbacks maybe.
I think she'll get, because Black Canary's never been black person before.
Oh.
So there'll need to be some retooling specifically to be culturally responsive to the fact that the character's black.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Could be.
All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes news.
Meat and potatoes?
Yeah, the meat and potatoes. Scargate.
You just want like saying that.
It's what it is.
It definitely is.
I didn't make it. They made this.
They did.
Skynet did this. So, apparently, there's two things. One, apparently Scarlett Johansson sued for, was it 100 million?
Or originally
she
had asked for 100 million as her cut for
because of the streaming.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, I know that's not a lot in regards to how much Disney makes.
Oh, I was like 100 million?
You know what I could do?
No, that is a lot.
What the fuck is this climbing crates for?
for a blunt.
Yeah, for rolling papers. The fuck?
No. I'm not saying 100 million isn't a lot of money. Like, okay, I wouldn't even fashion my mouth to be like, I'm suing you for 100 million. What the fuck?
$100 million with the pinky to the lips.
But like Scarlett Johansson's out here, like, I know you got it. Run the money.
Yeah, run your shit, mouse.
What? Do you think that she would have made 100 million just from theater box office alone?
A box office alone, no.
You don't?
But that's not
probably.
I'm thinking non-paying pizza pandemic.
Right.
I wasn't
like because it's worldwide.
It would have hit.
Probably.
She's a very popular character in a very popular franchise.
But I saw this like an athlete's contract. Like when an organization does right by them and kind of pays them on the back end for shit they did.
Okay.
For time served.
Bonus.
You know. Yeah. Like services rendered. That's better. Time served. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Time served.
That's one.
That was a prominent.
Oh
oof.
wow.
Yeah. So she probably thinking I should have had my 3 movies. See, I told you so. Why you didn't push me sooner?
And technically, it's her last one, right?
Right.
So she's like, let me get all the coins.
Yeah, and I think she deserved it. I think 100 mil. I said in the review they should have had her in 3 fucking movies. After Cap 2, it was clear.
Yeah, I give you that one.
Again, I am not going to say we should give Scarlett Johansson things.
Less about Scarlett Johansson, more about Black Widow. Because
Yeah, the character.
Wong is about to be the most
I got you.
utilized character in the MCU right
Yeah.
now.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he's gonna
serious.
appear in more
Yeah.
MCU shit than anyone else
Yeah.
as an actor.
Ooh, we gotta get Rosario Dawson up, okay? She gotta come out. Okay? It's been taking too long.
Talk about Night Nurse.
Yeah, she was in everything on Netflix. She needs to move over.
Okay, but who was in more on Netflix? We said his name, Turk Barrett.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
before you
saying.
start putting pennies into Ahsoka's pockets, Turk
Oh,
Barrett was carrying the
Everywhere.
fucking Netflix MC or MU, whatever the fuck you want to call it, on his back.
Mew.
He was getting fucked up every time we saw him for like petty crimes. It's just a grenade launcher.
Dude, what are you doing?
Well,
Like, come on.
anyways, I will say I agree that Scarlett Johansson is asking for a fair amount in the scope of how much money they would have made in box office if they hadn't done this.
But frame it like how much they made just off her.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at it like that, that shit is pennies
That's
on a
facts.
dollar.
Deadass.
Facts.
So
Can you imagine it? Well, you know, we don't gotta go there.
Well, the bigger
I
question,
agree with you, Aisha.
Yeah, the bigger issue isn't just like how much money Scarlett Johansson's trying to squeeze out of Disney. It's that now all these other people are deciding that, hey, maybe I don't want to work with Marvel anymore if they're going to be doing this double thing. Mainly the Russo brothers,
Well,
which is
let's-
a big...
let's clarify
Big
what the
name.
double thing, what you
Yeah.
mean by
Right,
that.
right,
because
right.
everybody not be aware of what we're talking about. The crux of
Right.
this issue is that they made the film, the Black Widow film, for the purposes of theatrical release first, and like any other normal movie, and the deals negotiated, the cuts and all that shit were based on theatrical box office performance numbers.
Right.
But then once Disney went into the, okay, we're going to do it half and half, digital on Disney Plus, and that's when numbers get murky. We don't know
Right.
exactly how many people watched it. How much money did Disney make on Disney Plus with this?
Right.
With this
Because
movie?
it's premiere too. You pay to get that access.
I mean, from shit I read, they made a pretty good amount of money
I'm sure
off
mad
both.
people bought that.
So, but the thing is, it skewed numbers, and
Right.
like, you know, if for her, let's say, if you make 100 million opening weekend, you get this percentage. Well, now that's on Disney Plus, that's affecting those little
Yeah.
incentives.
And we juxtapose that with creators not getting paid their just due. That's the other.
Right.
That's the other end of
Right.
this. Like, you know, Ed Brubaker, who created Winter Soldier, or really launched this retelling of the character, did not like. I feel like I heard it was like 5 racks. Like, he got paid $5,000
That's it.
That's like
for
in
the
life?
use of that character. No, for the use of that character in
Who
the,
the
in the
hell is
films.
Bucky?
In the films,
Yeah,
the many films,
right. So it's like, is it really
5
like,
million, please.
fam, that's all I'm like, yo. I'm like, but when you put those things together, you get this climate where people are saying this, saying that. And Kevin Feige already came out and said that he was on Scarlett's side,
Definitely.
in the situation.
Well, everyone
in
said they were on
in
her
negotiations. Well, but he's the face, so you know, it always comes down to
Right.
him.
True.
Yeah.
What I say goes.
Yeah.
He named himself God of Marvel. So
Well, anyway, I'll hit up K5 later in the chat to see what his thoughts are.
what do you think?
Yeah, in the group chat. But you mentioned the Russos.
The Russos.
The Russos, who directed, you know, some pretty heavy duty Marvel films, including, I believe, Cap 2,
Yeah.
Winter Soldier. They also did Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah.
I mean, they know what they're doing. And they also were on Community. They did stuff for Community. Anyway, I gotta stop thinking about that. They have come out and basically put out into the ether how, they skeptical if Disney's gonna be operating like this. Do we want to work with them
Exactly,
again?
yeah.
So yeah, that's
concerning.
Yeah, 'cause
they
other
have
actors
made
might feel
all
that way
our
too.
faves. They've
Yeah.
done what we love. And honestly, Disney always ends up turning around. Right? Look what happened with Gunwatch. They're like, you
Right.
can't be a part of this. And then they were like, okay, yeah, you can be a part of this. So I think eventually they're going to rework their contracts. Do you know what I mean? They're going to rework their contracts to include this because, first of all, we still in a pandemic. We still releasing things. People have, and what was it? Didn't WB, not that this is Disney, but WB has been like, oh, we're always going to release digital and in theaters.
I don't know. I don't know
That's
if it's
what
about
they said.
always.
I don't know if they still
That's
on
some
that, but
shit
they
that
did
round.
say
Is that the recent deal then? Like after the Dune and after the Christopher Nolan came out? Because the last few things
They
have
got
come out.
mad after
Suicide
this.
Squad came out both.
Yeah, but I think
They
'cause
said they liked that as like, oh, we should do this all the
but
time.
they gave a window. They gave a window for
Right.
when I think it was up until 2022 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
They said all their major releases going to be come out on both because of the pandemic.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That still changes things.
What I'm saying is, I don't know if
Yeah.
if you've seen that they said they're going to make that permanent. That's crazy.
I heard they said, "Oh, we like this. We should do this."
Maybe they. I mean, I would understand if they said we're going to honor, despite the changes in climate and all the stuff that's going on, with the pandemic. If they said, "No, we're going to follow through with it all the way," even though we hit the bump with Dune. If they said that, I can understand it. But if they said always, then Hollywood is going to fucking riot. Like that's. Because they're gonna have situations
it gives
like
power
this.
to the audience and takes it away fiscally.
But I think that's why they liked it. It was like, because remember, then AMC was like,
rebellious.
"Fuck that! We're never gonna show your movies." Then,
right? Because the thing, the movie theater industry is one thing. This is fucking MSNBC right now. Like the movie industry impact is one thing. The theater industry. But we're talking about like with Scarlett, like now the way deals are negotiated, like how transparent are the digital companies, the digital services, are they going to be with their numbers?
That's the thing. They have.
It's like a music industry type shit.
I mean, I get it. They have to be though. Like at some point,
who said they have to be?
Because eventually, streaming and stuff, the way that it's going,
should be.
It's gonna take over. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen.
It's taking over more and more, but right now the model is still not artist friendly. Not like Tidal. What they did try to do with Tidal, give artists more of a cut.
I think this will have more to do with the contracts.
Yeah,
that's
because
what I'm saying.
Scarlett being in the game since 2011, 2012. I'm like, all right, you asked for $100 million. I'm like, it's been 10 years. Yeah. All right, whatever.
It's about the contract.
But they've been doing these shorter. The last few folks have gotten shorter contracts with different kinds of contracts.
That's true.
Not as comprehensive. That's true. And that may play a part in it as well.
And that's where the incentives are even more important.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Obviously, it's a tense subject. Even with us. When I'm negotiating my $1 million contract.
Ooh.
100 mil. Why you lowballing?
No, I mean like multi-million-dollar contract.
100 mil is not enough. Yo,
because I get like 50 mil per film. Okay.
Oh, okay. Robert Downey Jr. Damn.
They understand.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll keep our eyes to the Scargate. We'll let you know she gets her 100 mil.
Scargate. You like that, Al? All right. I know you do.
Al likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does.
Thank you, Al.
Scargate L1.
All right. On that same news, real quick, because we do got to move on. We just got some breaking news. Actually, today, while we were in the car on the way here.
Oh, shit.
I know. That they're going to be releasing, 4? They did like a whole new timeline of movies through an entirely new timeline. 10 different films that we don't know.
Flagrant.
No, but for real, they're doing like amending the timeline because it's going to be 4 unnamed films.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We don't know what they're about
at all.
Sounds like Feige knocked the wall down in the office.
No,
right. Through to 2024.
I know what he's doing.
But I wonder if it has anything to do with like kind of the response to Shang-Chi and the what ifs. And like maybe things that they were considering putting on the books and then being like, you know what? No, yes. Let's put those projects on the books.
Maybe that's some good, juicy speculation.
Yeah,
I said, this is not spoilers or anything, but while we were sitting in Shang-Chi, I was like, it's so interesting how they had to move everything around, but it still is very precise.
It still works.
Right? Just for the pandemic. I don't mean like, I'm moving things around.
Yeah, you just mean like release schedules and when things come out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they still were so strategic with it. So these 4 films could have been like, maybe we will. And then once they move things around, they're like,
right.
We got to do it, whatever they are.
I mean, the other thing that's interesting is that all 4 of these films, which I could look up the dates that they had, because those are kind of interesting.
Black Panther 4.
I mean, them too. They're all 4 of these mysterious dates, these windows that they are for 2024. And we're talking about February 16th, May 3rd, July 26th, and November 8th.
These are all in 2024?
Yes. All 4 of those dates they've locked down for windows for movies to launch. Like the May, like Spider-Man used to hold May down.
Right.
But now they kind of moved them over to Christmas. Yeah. And then the February date, I mean, Black Panther 1
launched
4 in February.
Yeah.
Don't know if they're going to repeat that. How are you skipping
2024?
It's
3?
Black History Month, so they
I
might
guess
keep
that's
it.
true. Black Panther
I have
4 is
no
further
problem
down
with
the road.
that. I mean,
Same.
you know?
How they can't do Black Panther 3 in 2024 though? That's way too soon. Unless they're filming 2 at a
No,
time.
give me a new movie every day. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
No,
care.
but they would have to film. They're still filming Black Panther 2 right now.
But let me go
It's
tinfoil
2021.
with it and just simple maths. Okay, you got 4 movies announced in 2024. Phase 4.
That's the Captain America.
No, I'm
Falcon.
thinking Fantastic Four. I'm thinking
Oh.
Fantastic Four spin-offs and
Got
stuff.
you.
and
And
related
Krasinski.
things. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
More
Is this
Emily Blunt.
is this when the Netflix joints show back up? Is this when Iron Fist and
That's what I was
Daredevil?
Oh.
No, listen.
Wait, wait, wait,
no,
wait,
no.
That's
wait,
me.
wait.
After
Oh.
After Shang-Chi, I'm ready.
Wait,
for a
don't
new-
say anything.
No, let's save that. But
Yeah.
don't. Oh.
No, I want that character back.
Listen,
I don't need
listen.
the actor back. I
I've
want the
already
character
told
back.
I don't
the
want
story.
nothing related to that production team. None of them.
I've already
That's
figured
cool.
out what happened.
I don't want them
I don't mean
using
on
the same
Netflix, I
props,
mean in the MCU.
socks, nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
No, listen,
yeah. Hell no.
I've already figured out what happened with Iron Fist. Okay. I'll
That's-
tell you
yeah.
later with Shang-Chi. I know what happened, and they're gonna hire someone else because of it. I got you.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I got a lot to say about that now.
But there's four unnamed Johns for 2024.
So Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage.
Punisher.
Oh my God.
Punisher.
What y'all doing? No.
I'm saying.
But what
I'm
about
just-
Jessica Jones? She said no, she's not gonna do it anymore though.
What about Colleen Wing? That's what we doing now?
Well,
That's
she's
in
in
the
the
Iron-
well,
Nah,
hold on,
you're
I'm
not
about to spoil everything.
You know what you did? You took
He's gone.
a little
now.
bit.
Took your dreams.
We lost.
Yeah,
Mike.
you got me sad and shit.
when you
We
walk through the
lost Mike.
garden.
You're making me dread.
Mike is about to
Watch
take
your
off
back.
these headphones and walk out that door, friends.
He's like, I tender my resignation.
What you did?
No, I'm about to choose violence. What the fuck? I don't walk out.
Listen, okay.
Shit, man.
Don't got the Iron Fist in here. All right. We got to move on. But I will say this. I want to give my flowers to Nia DaCosta, who directed Candyman, because she's the first Black woman to have a #1 box office film in theaters. That is wild and ridiculous,
It's awesome though.
but also awesome.
It's simultaneously sad and joyous.
This is like when you found out that Nas got his first freaking Grammy or something like that.
That's
And I was like,
crazy.
ha ha
Like, they're
ha,
not
that's
called
a
the
hilarious
Nas's.
joke.
Yeah.
What the fuck were people doing? He should have 8 Grammys by now. Anyway,
That's 2 more than Big Boy.
digress. All right.
What?
What?
I'm just saying he got
That's true.
6. I know it's true.
But
You know what I don't like when people say that's true. The shit I say like I be lying.
no,
What?
not like you be lying. But first of all, that's
Why you
actually
always
like an
lying?
obscure fact. You know how I feel about obscure facts?
All right.
How you feel about him?
I adore them.
Let's get to the shout outs.
All right, cool.
We got some people to shout out this week. As always, Simone. I want to shout out Simone specifically this week because it is Simone's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Simone.
Yes, and she still donates to us monthly.
Fiscally.
Fiscally donates to us monthly.
Thank you.
And like literally, that shit does help. I want you to know, Simone, we in this spot with Brian right now
Ear.
because of your money. So thank you. Same for Kat always. Kat shouted us out right before we got on here. So if you were like, oh
Ramos.
shit.
Kat
Ramos.
Ramos.
Sorry. Kat Ramos, who like put on her stories. If you were like, oh shit, what?
And that was like a late
minute.
last minute.
It was.
That was a clutch.
Yeah, it was clutch.
But you never know. People are like, oh my God, let me get on right now. So thank you for that.
Cat Ramos, man.
I know.
If we could get pod parents like for the you know what I'm saying? Like they have godparents. We have pod parents. I would nominate Cat Ramos as a pod parent.
We also
I
should
like
like
that.
You like what I did?
Yeah.
we
I
should
made that
send her
all
like
just now.
a care package or something.
My Grammy.
All right. There is a way to also be a part of this section with us. You can do exactly what these people did. You can donate monthly, even if it's $1 or $5, or you can donate one large amount once. Then you get a shout out with us. Or if you put us on your Instagram stories, if you do what Kat does and you're laughing hysterically in the background and showing us the clip, I would love that. And we can shout you out. So do that. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Do a download anytime you do those things. Let us know that you've done it so that we can shout you out. if you are a critic, review us. Honestly, I want to know what people think about this. And we only have a couple reviews. So please review us because we can be better. We want to be better for you. And we also want to be loved on. So
tell us the areas we can improve.
Yes.
So that we could shout you out after we block you.
That is also true.
Like, talk some shit.
Yeah, like
I'll
say
pull up.
right.
And on the bigger hand, if you are a business, and right now I'm going to say a Bronx business, because that
Especially
would be
a Bronx business.
especially a Bronx
Not exclusively a Bronx
No.
business.
But you want to get something out there. Honestly, we were looking at our numbers and we have something like 1,000 downloads like recently, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That means there's a lot of people are listening to us so that we can now shout out your business. You get more business and then we get your money. And then it's a nice little partnership going on.
Yeah, like, so we could be in here.
And we could get you pictures of Spider-Man.
Get you pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Alright.
The Tim wearing Spider-Man that be in the hood.
Oh,
The one who does it for
Bodega
the
Spider-Man.
family.
Yeah, because I don't think we could get, like, swinging Spider-Man. That's...
Oh, no. We can get Bronx
You could-
Spidey,
But it's
though.
better than 42nd Street Spider-Man.
There's a Bronx Spidey on
42nd
IG.
Street?
I know, I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Wait. There's a what?
Bronx
Nah,
Spidey.
I should be
Oh,
learning
okay,
about
gotcha.
shit on this pod, and,
I do learn
and
a
she don't
lot.
get college credits for it. It's crazy.
I don't get college credits. You guys get paid?
No. Wait, what?
Yo, she get the blicky. Where that came
You
from?
brought it up.
You get 0.7 of a credit for every credit we get?
Oh,
That's what happened.
God, now suffragists. Oh, God.
Why are you even in the room? Sharon Carter.
Oh, that's a good segue, yo.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, because we're
Okay.
going to talk about what if soon.
Can't be doing this shit for 5 seasons, 9 episodes, and not have the segues on deck.
Speaking of Miss Carter, not that Carter, we're going to talk about what if and our no spoilers.
Right.
all right.
All right, let's get into our no spoilers.
Yeah, more what ifs.
more. All right, so if you have not seen episodes 2 through 5, stop listening. Or just like wait, mute us and be like,
We'll give a thumbs up.
Oh wait, no. This is no spoilers. You can keep listening.
Okay, all right, we'll make it safe.
If you
Okay, super
haven't
safe.
seen
Weighted
episodes
blanket.
2
Weighted
through
blanket
5,
mode.
it's okay. Keep listening because maybe you were on the fence and you're like, do I want to keep watching this show? We'll let you know.
Okay.
And if you haven't watched Shang-Chi, it's okay. Keep listening because we'll give you little insights. And so far, I'm going to say it was pretty good. But let's get into it.
She got a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. It is.
Yeah, it didn't get the hate mail that Black Panther got.
Oh,
Or Captain Marvel, for that matter.
what?
Nah, we get that. Stop skipping.
Oh my
Alright,
God. Okay.
alright,
Stop
Okay.
skipping.
Let's go back. Okay. So for what if? Episodes 2 through 5. My question is this, just really topical right now. Have you been able to overlook the animation? Because that was our initial issue.
Wow.
Well, you know, like,
Connotation.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start watching something and then you decide, like, you know what? It's not distracting me anymore.
Right.
Has that happened for y'all?
Yeah, totally. I mean, at first, when it comes on, I expect everything to look like Mappa did that shit from, like Jujutsu Kaisen fights and shit
Damn.
like that.
My gosh.
Shout out to Studio Mappa.
That ass. I'm out here with a high bar. When my man started clapping and shit. Anyway, it was like,
Studio Bones. We're gonna go there too.
ooh. It was like, but yeah, like I'm always looking for, but this one had a different style to it. I mentioned it before. It's very like an evolved version of that OG Spider-Man CGI joint that was on MTV with
right.
Neil Patrick Harris, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm out here, fucks with it. What I'm getting is
Yeah.
more than the price of admission for animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's Chex Mix, but like
Chex Mix.
because this was happening. We getting a lot of familiar things.
You're like, I just want the pretzels.
We're getting a lot of familiar things in this series, like sometimes bar for bar. But it's what if this is about
with the comics.
No, with the MCU.
With the actual
right.
MCU. Like we're
Right,
getting
right.
Yeah,
repeated
we're getting
lines, repeated actions,
Moments.
moments,
True.
yeah. But the what ifs are always just about the little tweak that just fucks everything up. And that has been enough for me to enjoy this snack. Because that's what it is. It's a snack.
That's so true.
So I don't know anybody that runs to the aisle to get the Chex Mix, but when you hungry and somebody breaks that
I
out
like the Chex
and it's the
Mix.
right seasoning one,
I like the
then
cheddar.
you with it. that shit could get you through some shit.
That's true.
I've been to Comic-Con. I be the one
with
Yeah.
checks mix.
with
That's
X-Men. I
facts.
know what I'm talking. France, come on, man.
I see you. No,
Come
I'm
on,
right.
Aisha,
That's facts.
Aisha,
No, it's true.
Brian. Nah, so
I get it.
that's what this is. Just it's solid, but it's not going. This ain't what's carrying the MCU by any means. The animation,
Right.
that's my analogy. Checks mix.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I think I've been able, and no spoilers, just recently in the past couple episodes have been able to completely,
Ignore it.
kind of ignore it because I've just been like, oh my word.
Yeah.
What?
I was able to do that definitely for one of the episodes we're
Yeah.
going to talk about.
Yeah.
For the others, it's like in waves, but
I had a problem with it in episode 2, but we'll get there.
okay.
Right. Yeah, I think 3 and beyond, I was like, I'm in it. I'm here. We in there. We
You
in
can
there.
make the argument though that, like, again, generalization. The episodes have gotten better with
Yes.
each one, like from 1 through now it's 5.
I'm sure they did it on
The
purpose.
episodes have gotten. You can make that argument.
Yeah.
Even though 4 is still my favorite, you can make the argument they've been getting better. So there's that
That's
as well.
good because my other question is for someone, because we talk to the nerd adjacent people out there who
Sure.
are not reading the comics, maybe saw some of the movies, not all the movies, whatever. Are the stories enough to hook someone who's like an adjacent nerd who would be like, maybe this is interesting? Because everyone said that about WandaVision. I had to be like, okay, slow your roll. You really need to know some stuff.
I'm a little
Go ahead.
biased on that because I actually saw a tweet where someone said that exact thing.
That
where
it
they
was
saw
enough.
something in What If, and they were like, huh, it makes me want to think about this character in a way. Now I want to go back to this movie. They haven't seen the movies and go see these movies and see what's up. And I'm like,
That is
there you go.
really interesting. That's really interesting.
That seems hard.
I mean, I would say, like, because I mentioned this is hitting a lot of beats that they're expecting you to be familiar with.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of the charm
That
of the
makes
show.
it- yeah,
right. It's like,
cheeky 'cause-
they want you to do that. I know that reference all the time. They want you to
Hmm.
be Cap all the time with this shit. So I could see how maybe it might make someone like reverse engineer and get them to go back and watch it and do it,
It could work both
Right.
ways.
But-
But how it's supposed to work.
Right.
Because you've seen it.
I would say, to answer the question, I think there's like this show is, again, it's not what's carrying.
Right.
This is like bonus. Like, oh, you've been paying attention? Like, they want you to draw back to that in sort of a nostalgic way, and then the little twists are what bring it back to like the
Right, right,
consequences of Loki, the consequences of WandaVision, the consequences of some of these other series, and movies that are coming up. So I would say no.
Honestly,
Yeah.
no, honestly, you kind of convinced me because I was on the like, yeah, I think people who are not totally bought in would love it, but I think they would like it. But as you're saying, there are those little things that they wouldn't understand that
Right.
might be like over their heads.
Right.
Like, that was a fun story,
Right.
but I don't really get it.
And the animation isn't as since you
Right.
opened up with that. If this, let's say, like if this is your intro to the MCU, the animation is not the best. So this is not the best MCU
Before
medium.
Jason,
Right.
folks, that is the end because it's not too intense. There's some people who are turned away by the intensity of
by
animation.
nice looking things.
See, we say
Like
nice
Michael B.
because
Jordan Pecs.
oh,
Like
Lord.
Miyazaki exists, my brother.
Case in point, for some people, that's the draw. It's like it's a
Right.
very simple art form. It's like it's simple
But it's
art.
elegant and beautiful and flawless.
Ooh.
Yes, I was like, and
I
for
think we need to
someone.
be paid by Marvel at this point.
Oh, no, he's
it's
talking about
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki. He's talking about the
right, got you. No, that is
Studio
yeah.
Ghibli.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like,
Facts.
which is cool, yeah. But for some people, the simplicity of this is the draw and the short run times.
Okay, I'll say the
The
last thing
runtime.
about
I'll give
it.
you runtime.
Yeah,
That
last-
France gets for the one time.
there are people out there who will start something at a season 2 and not care that they're not understanding.
Absolutely.
Da.
Those are
So, like,
psychopaths.
That people is my mom. She was like,
Oh shit.
no, she's not a psychopath. It's okay.
No, I've met her. She's lovely.
She is. But she started Scandal season 2. You know what I mean? So she could probably
Oh,
jump
yeah. Oh,
into
my
What
God.
If and
Yeah,
be like,
oh, yeah, that's light
this is
work.
fun. She started Game of Thrones last season.
In the last season.
In the last
Shit,
season.
that's right. These are facts.
So, like, there are people out there who are like, oh, there's a lot of hype.
I'm saying
we
these are
just
facts
watch-
about her mom. Not
It is
that
facts
I
about my
agree
mom.
this is the way you should consume anything.
But they're
Do
they're
not
so
try this at home.
so egregious
No.
that even Brian was like,
Wow.
He broke the fourth wall real quick. He
Lean
looked
back.
like,
Slow
damn.
turn. Like,
Lean back.
but yeah, so I feel like people like that, maybe not as extreme, could jump in to like a what if and be like, that was fun. I'm gonna go watch Captain America now.
I mean, there's motherfuckers that like started at Endgame
Exactly.
and were surrounded by an entire
Yo,
audience crying.
Facts.
And we're probably like, nah, this movie's really good, but what the fuck? Like, they probably
That's
did
so
not
facts.
understand why grown-ass men like me were crying during
Yeah.
this film.
I know someone who went to a Marvel party.
'Cause they wanna be down.
Yes. Has never seen any of them and was like, I want to be a part of the party.
10 years later.
10 years later. Let's watch the end.
Yo, that's crazy.
Right?
Nah, y'all exist. I know y'all exist.
Y'all
I love
are,
you.
Yes.
But I don't
Shout out
understand
to
you.
y'all. That's like a different type of dedication. Because we were dedicated and y'all were like, can I come in?
Like, yes?
Sure, I guess.
I'm not going to talk smack.
You're gonna,
I'm going to
you're
let it
gonna
live.
backtrack.
Nah, between Aisha and me, we put out enough shots. Like,
Yeah.
you could.
That's
hang
on
back.
me. I should shoot
Yeah.
more.
All right.
No. You're not being the ops right now. It's just, we did the work. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because I think we have some Shang-Chi to talk about. I mean, people should watch What If. I think that's.
Oh yeah.
in
To
the
answer that,
end.
yeah. Definitely is worth watching. If you've watched any of the Marvel stuff from before, there's something there for you to make you feel like
not-
it's very fun. It's really,
is.
really fun. And I didn't think it could be fun.
Yeah.
But there it is. It's
I
fun.
know. And then the Chadwick episode.
I mean, it's fun, but it's dark. It's the like.
Right.
I want to be clear. You're not gonna come away from What If
There are
feeling
very
good.
few happy what ifs.
Yeah, because that's the point.
Okay. So we're gonna get into Shang-Chi. No spoilers.
Okay.
Right,
Reminder. Good reminder.
Is Aquafina distracting?
Wow.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
This
said that
is-
so fast.
It's one of the few times where they're not. They're like kind of fit in perfectly. And less because of any, racial harmony or nationality, but more because they literally fit into this world. It's very bizarre in a good way because they usually are always kind of rambunctious or obnoxious and loud.
Yeah.
And this time it was subdued and moments,
Right.
but good moments. Didn't distract me. No black scent. I'm here for it.
And that was the biggest thing for people, just for a little history for those out there. A lot of people are not keen to Aquafina's shtick because she started out, one, as a rapper, I guess, right?
DK.
So the way that she spoke was very, what France said, black accent. And it's like, yeah, we're going to ride on this blackness until I don't need to anymore. And now I'm famous and I can talk like me and da-da-da-da-da. But then also they are kinning her to a Chris Pratt where you have this shtick that I do, this is me, and it can get old. And people get tired of it. I saw this one tweet was like, really? You're going to make me suffer through Aquafina and Chris Pratt? Like, people were upset. I know. I was like, oh my, I don't feel this way. I'm just reporting. I want to be clear.
So
I like Aquafina.
I'll report too then. I mean, people have likened Aquafina's usage of her black scent similar to Miley Cyrus using twerking.
Oh yeah, I don't like
back
this
in the,
comparison.
but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, I don't think that's even valid.
I just think Miley Cyrus is like way more egregious.
Just saying. That people said that.
People.
The people.
No, but was she distracting? No. Like Fran said, there are times where she is the neon light in the scene, and that's the purpose of her very loud, funny presence, humorous presence rather. But no, she was not distracting in this movie because she wasn't the focal point at any point. She was basically serving the role of like the normal person.
Yeah.
Like Lens, like she was us there. Like she was.
The
I mean,
cipher
not
for us.
Yeah, we're supposed to experience the what the fuck is this through
Yeah.
her, and
like
then
that.
at some point that transitions to other people. But that's who that's what she serves as for the story, and I think she does it well.
Yeah. It felt very much like to me sidekick, and not that I'm comparing it to Spider-Man, but like, you know, guy in the chair kind of.
I wouldn't even go
comedy
that
relief.
far though, to be honest, Aisha. Like, cause she's not like her capability isn't what's important. It's just her support.
Right.
at first. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
Like,
Guy
you
in the
think-
chair
That was the thing
guy
that
in
made
the
it that made it different. That's why it fit. That's why
Yeah.
that she didn't. She only stood out because she was there. In how do you say they got that character's device to blend in.
yeah,
Like it was able to blend it without being obvious. Even though we knew what it was, we seen it before, but it was cool. That they add to that in a cool way that we'll go talk about in the spoilers.
yeah,
Only made her more capable of being there.
sure,
And I believe them more
yeah.
in the thing.
And the chemistry between her and Simu Liu in the movie as well, you know, Shang-Chi
great.
was really good.
I loved it.
The back and forth between them was great.
Their chemistry off camera on their like socials is fun to watch.
Yeah. We are friends in real life.
Yeah, you get that vibe. So that was cool. No, she wasn't distracting. The movie was too good for much to really distract.
And before we move on to our break, I want to ask, is this a good start to the next phase for MCU?
I don't know if this is the start to the next phase, but it's a great addition to the MCU. Like, it's solid. And I kind of ironically enough, like, speaking of where people start with their MCU experience, this would be kind of a good starting point.
That's
Agreed.
true.
For the way the story's told and
sure.
and for the, like, if you start here, I'd be less like, what the hell are you doing?
You could
if it
go
was
back
anything
after
else.
that too, for sure.
This gave me many of the same beats that I got from Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Wow, that's high for me.
Yeah, the tonality, there was a level of normality that, like, grounded normality that happens in the Iron Man 1 where you're like, holy like, I know what's supposed to happen, and I'm still amazed and still in wonder by it. And this gave me all of those same, almost beat to beat, almost the same beats. And I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. You know, for me, I hold Iron Man to a high level because that was like my beginning to like, do I watch these things?
Word.
But
It's like, yes.
yes, I do. All right, do we rate it? Let's rate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the obvious because it's 10 rings.
Yeah,
It's 10. I can't not. Like, come on. That would be rude. How many rings out of 10?
That's
Like,
on you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no, that's
Whatever you want to do.
how many rings
How many
out
rings?
of 10 do you
How many
give
rings?
it?
What color are the rings? It's in the trailer, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The orange ones. They're orange rings.
Yeah.
Orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many orange rings?
Yeah.
Okay.
8.5
8.5 for me.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, 8.5.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 8. No, I'm gonna go 9. I have to use Hobbs and Shaw as my barometer.
Hobbs and Shaw is my barometer.
Because I went out the window with that way. I really jumped out the window with that rating.
I am done. Done here.
I really jumped out the window with that, so I'm gonna give it a 9.
I also give it a 9. Like, I was sitting, you know me, I'm a tough critic. But I was sitting in there like, what's gonna happen? But I like this character. I was in it. And I didn't think I would be. Like, once I honestly saw the trailer of that bus fight, and I was like, I mean, this is cool, but kind of hokey.
Yeah, if non-spoiler, but if you feel like the bus fight in the trailer, like, damn, they showing me everything. This is probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
And you could still be right, and you're not gonna be mad.
Facts.
Because that bus fight is pretty cool.
It gets
cool.
pretty epic.
It does.
Yeah.
All right.
Get that Daredevil hallway vibe.
Wow.
Close to. I'm with it.
Look, we have so much to say in this spoilers.
Yeah, we holding back.
We hold it back
We
so
holding back.
much.
Yeah.
We're holding the door.
All right. Let's take a quick break. I think I told people to go take a nap or something. That sounds like a good idea.
To take a nap?
Take a power
It's
nap.
a Friday. No,
It's a Friday night.
Friday
Do what we all
night.
do in quarantine. Give
Go
yourself
sleep.
a power nap
At
at
10 o'clock
at night.
at night. You got people going out to parks, taking
Yeah,
naps
taking
at
naps.
hours such as...
You gotta just do something different.
We got to give
Okay,
them
you gotta do
healthier
something
habits.
different.
I mean, you do tell them to drink water, though.
I do. I haven't told people to drink water in a while. I was about to go take a shot. So
Yo!
that wouldn't have been the healthy one.
It's
Take a shot
deteriorating.
and drink water.
Wheatgrass shot.
Take a shot
Wheat
of
grass
water. I'm going to do that.
God, you
Middle
guys are
ground.
boring.
Good middle
It
ground.
is
Middle ground.
Friday.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right.
All right. Stay
Take a
hydrated
break.
except on the weekend.
Daryl, we're on a break.
An actual break.
A real break.
Like for real.
Cut this out after this.
Okay.
Okay, this chat has been blowing up.
What's a lot of Christian?
Oh, hey, Christian.
He wants me to clarify some things, but I can't because that's in the spoiler.
Okay, we can't. Wait, I feel like I want to look at your phone to see this better.
Go ahead.
What's he talking about?
First of all, he talks about Simone doing God's work.
Yes.
And then Podfather, he does the hand gesture.
He wants to be the Podfather.
Okay.
Like if,
okay. He definitely Podfather.
If Cat Ramos is a pod parent, he wants to also be a pod parent. Is what he's saying.
Is he a fairly pod parent?
Wow.
People are thrown up by animation, Jack.
Wow.
I love her. Who is he talking about? Awkwafina?
Yeah, he does love Awkwafina.
Thank you. Because I'm also one that loves her, and I understand the black scent thing, but like, honestly, it didn't. I was like, okay, people be doing that.
Well,
like, it didn't offend me. I was like, well.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put him on blast because this doesn't go on audio.
It doesn't.
He asked me.
Oh. You about to get shouted out for reals for reals.
Christian asked me.
Is this about Matthew McConaughey?
Should I? No. Says, should I watch Peaky Blinders?
Oh, no, man.
That's what he asked me.
With the subtitles.
No, for sure. And I gave him an answer that was so honest.
It was too honest.
I'm not going to go into specifics, but basically what I told him was word for word. Okay. Yeah, there's a break. That's the point.
You can go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't have to like
Friends got to go to the bathroom. He's like, oh, do I go to the bathroom?
Do you want to switch your chair?
Maybe.
Yo, your chair's been like...
It's been audible?
Wait,
what's that song that starts with the bed creaks?
Avant?
Nah, there's a lot. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, Bedrock? I can make it better.
Nah, I'm just saying. No, I don't think it's that one. But it's with the...
Oh.
I immediately think...
Like, I have this on, and I feel like they fucking upstairs.
All that to say.
So Christian asked me, should I watch Peaky? I'm giving you time. Go.
But they want to move chairs.
We'll figure it out, man. Go use the bathroom.
DMIs.
It's a break.
Okay, we're on the break.
He asked me, should I watch Peaky Blinders?
Yes.
I said, yeah. Watch Peaky Blinders.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to narratives, I'm talking about narratives, not real life. I'm not going to put my boy on blast like that.
Okay.
When it comes to narratives, he likes those strong women that got to be strong.
Is that in Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, like yes. Like almost every character is that woman that life is trying to tread on.
Oh.
But they persevered. They're too.
That's like in the new that Sherlock Holmes show. That happens a lot in that show too.
This new Sherlock Holmes show.
Well, it's not really Sherlock Holmes, but this group of kids, they run into Sherlock Holmes. What is the name of it? It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's like magic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like real, like supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I know what you're talking about.
But they did that happens. This little girl. So.
But in Peaky Blinders, it's like you got the dudes that are out there, literally razor cutting people's eyeballs because that's what a Peaky Blinder does. They got razor blades in their caps, so when they go to fight, they swing. This is 10s and 20s, like
this is real.
Yeah, like street gang stuff, like what's that Gangs of New York shit?
And they have like razor blades under their tongue.
Yeah, like it's shillelaghs with razor blades and everything. Yeah, it's like all fucking violent. So no spoilers. I'm like all the women on this show is like they got more balls than the men.
Razor blades in their teeth.
Yeah, they just spitting razor blades. You know what I'm saying? Like but they got that femininity to them. Mm-hmm. And this, so I'm like, yo, that's Christian's alley. That's
he's married to all these girls.
Yeah, that's his fucking alley. So look, he's swooning in the chat. so I told him, I said, should you watch Peaky? I was like, yeah, but it's a minefield, bro. For you. Because he gonna fall in love and crush on every one of these fucking girls in that show.
And then they're gonna die.
No.
Okay. I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, so that's not
clearly, but you've heard it.
Yeah, no, I watched 10 minutes of that and it was like, not today.
Nah, you need.
They're like,
and this is on. What? This is
leave Cillian Murphy alone.
Killian.
I was like, what in the world did he just say?
Killian, friend.
I have a problem.
Killian?
He could never.
Oh.
See, but I like to give myself a challenge, and I like refuse to put subtitles on for things.
No, I watch it with the subtitles. I watch it with the subtitles because I want to learn how to. I watch with the subtitles.
Of course.
Y'all know how I feel about British crime shit.
All right, yeah, but in it, and you'd be like, mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I could answer the phone at school
Swivel
like
that
that, I
chair.
would.
See if it's like...
Yeah, try that one. How's that?
I don't know. You got the leather.
That sounds way better.
1,000 times better.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You know, we're gonna do like an over. Oh, look, I'm dancing.
Are we doing that? An over?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Just like I
Doing
do.
the dance.
We gonna break everything.
Oh my god, no.
I would die laugh. Would y'all like the show's anime?
Peaky Blinders as an anime?
No. Read what he's saying there.
Okay, I'm gonna continue hosting.
Would y'all like
Okay,
that
swim.
What If?
Would y'all like that
Shoot
What
on
If
their
show
face.
as an anime? But like the UWU animes. What's a UWU? Ooh, woo.
No.
Ooh-wee.
No, I don't.
That kind of
You
anime.
talking about? Think of Uwu would be like
Food
the-
Wars.
No, that's not Uwu enough.
I don't know.
I'm saying think.
Enough.
I'm giving you. Into the Spider-Verse, Penny.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
ooh,
That sounds
cutesy,
like
hard
kawaii
candy.
to me.
Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar.
Wait, a what if that's like kawaii with wild over emotions?
If they did it right, I wouldn't.
He said I would die laughing. Me too. Paul Rudd specifically. I'd be dead.
I feel like Paul Rudd is in permanent Uwu. He can't help it.
He is.
He is. I
He's
love
adorable.
him so
Like
much.
you're 52. Stop being fucking
Is he?
adorable. He's 50
Yeah.
something.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh, he gotta be
There
quarterback.
are just some white people that have some type of like lotion
Yeah.
substance that they put on their faces
There are some.
so that they don't age.
Yes, there are some that don't age. That's true.
There's like
1,000%.
that weird,
1,000%.
Clinique or whatever.
That's where you went with it. Clinique.
Because off the boat.
I don't
fresh
know,
off the
bathing
boat.
in the tears of. Anyway,
Yo.
Oh my, not Paul Rudd.
you don't know. We don't know these.
We don't know
people.
him. We actually don't know
We
him.
don't know these.
We
people.
don't know him.
Guys,
Don't
And
let-
because we don't
fall in love
know-
with celebrities, people, yeah, you don't know them.
I know
You
him
don't
in
know
my
them.
heart.
That's because they make you smile and laugh. You don't know
They
shit.
do.
Not a team.
You don't know if he chases Girl Scouts down the block
Girl Scout
and robs their cookies and sells
I
them
do
on the
that.
open market. Flipping-
I'm not selling them. I
Black
eat
market
them.
Girl Scout cookies.
There's a market for that.
There's a
Yo, I
market for
told
anything.
Omar that I was a Girl Scout through senior year, and he was like, "Do you still sell the cookies now?" And I was like, "Sir,
Sir.
Imagine
Yeah,
buying a
just like
house
that.
off off Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
You can if you do it right.
Yeah, sure.
You can if you do it right.
that's what it's about. It's supposed to teach kids financial skills. That's
Yeah,
why when you
but-
buy it and the
Nah,
kids
Yeah.
give you the change, it's about them learning the business.
He's like,
around
yeah, I
selling
got this
cookies.
duplex in Miami off these Samoas. It's like, what are we doing?
I'm just telling you
I DJ
what
on
the
the weekends.
initiative is for Girl Scouts selling cookies.
Yeah, I can't rap, but I would have put somewhere in there Jason. I would have made a Drake bar out of that with Jason Momoa and Samoa's out in
Ooh.
Samoans with Samoa. I
Who's
would have added
offended?
all that. And do you want Samoa? Like I would have.
Yeah.
I would have done something with that.
Okay.
You can hear it.
Maybe maybe y'all could convince him to rap. My man got OD skills for no reason, yo. I want the mixtape, bro.
The mixtape.
Only during the break. It'll be called the breaks, bringing it back. Bronx style. I love this.
I'm gonna make you a rap name. It's clip for you, bro.
I have a rap name.
You have a
Oh,
rap
is
name?
it? Oh, does you?
What the fuck is Dark Slim?
Oh, that's your rap name?
Fuck
That's
out of
my
here.
pen name.
Slim Dark.
That's your pen name. I got plenty of pen names.
Dark Slims.
Nah.
No.
All right,
Okay.
can we get this Bic on the road?
All right,
Yeah,
let's
we
get
can.
back on track.
Bic, name of pens.
I'm here.
Instead of
That's
saying bitch.
Dark
I
Slim.
rap. No.
Dark
You,
Slim on the
you
mic.
do. All right.
Dark Slim on the mic. All right.
Y'all not my friends.
Yo, I'm dead.
Come back from the break so I
Time
can
to
say
come
that.
back.
Tell Dara to come back.
All right. And we're back.
Who?
Mike
to who?
Is, Mike is a very
Wait. Who we
important-
telling? We back.
Daryl, we're back.
From what? What he do? From
the
where?
break.
No. Daryl from who? Associated with.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. Wild Horse Recording.
Yeah.
Daryl from Wild Horse Recording. We are back. We've been back for the last 25 seconds. They not my friends.
Going off.
He's so upset.
I am upset.
Any person who's just listening to the audio, we just gave him his flowers, okay? He's an
Thorns.
MC. He can have a whole
I'm
album.
allergic. You know what I'm
So
saying?
he's upset about it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Venus flytrap.
See, bars. All right. So this question today. Other people, I hope you took shots or water, whatever.
Or wheatgrass. Come on.
Whatever.
Diversify.
Because this next topic I want to bring up because there's an interesting thing that happened I read about. That in the reruns of The Office, wherever it's streaming, they have removed the Diversity Training Day episode. And this is because of some questionable or quote-unquote problematic language that Michael Scott uses while doing the training. Now, if anyone's ever seen that episode, it's on fucking purpose, right? It's a satire on the idea that when you're at these institutions and they try to do these diversity trainings, they're actually high-key disrespectful and offensive. That's really what happens.
Yeah.
So the question is...
And tone deaf.
And tone deaf. So the question is, NBC just pulled it right off jump. Like, we're not getting canceled.
Off Peacock? Off the Peacock
Yeah,
Plus?
I think it's Peacock. Wherever it is now.
Peacock Network?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. No, they took that off.
No.
Yeah.
It's been off Netflix.
So you can't see that episode in particular.
Damn.
So my question is, when is it cool to remove episodes like that? And when is it not? Like, when should it kind of be like, leave that in? This is an important learning lesson.
Right.
It should be predicated on the intention of the satire. That's almost not even satire. That shit happens for real all the time, every day in mad workplaces and doesn't get addressed. And then we have this beautiful cathartic release of being able to watch it, laugh at it, and then go to work and be like, this is you.
Right.
This you? All the time.
I work here.
In fact, and now we can't.
This is life.
But now we as a society kind of lose that.
Yeah.
Because society is losing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And losing it.
Michael Scott is a caricature of a person.
Thank you.
Like you feel bad when he makes you feel good.
That's the whole
and
point.
the funniest shit about him is when he is self-aware and a human being with compassion. Like those are the funniest things about him, because his default is just not really getting things.
Yeah.
And meaning well, but self-serving and off the mark.
Yes.
That's the whole point of him, and that's the whole point of the show. When is it appropriate to pull something or to I think back when, Disney Plus and HBO,
right.
Before it was Max, it was whatever, Go, and now.
Go now.
When they had like problematic old Looney Tunes or old Disney cartoons, animated things.
Gone with the Wind.
And they and Gone with the Wind as well. Well, they had like these they try to make them learning moments. They try to give context, not to justify or validate any of the prejudices, biases, stereotypes that were in those stories, whatever. But to contextualize it and use them as teaching tools. I remember as a youth watching Looney Tunes cartoons of Bugs Bunny doing some crazy shit.
Legit.
Like that today would not fly in a lot of different communities. And as a kid, I don't fucking know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, when is it appropriate? Only if you don't know how to turn something like that into an effectual lesson. And I don't know if streaming media is that platform, or does it need to be a separate thing? Because when you go and binge, or you go to, like, we interrupt the 7 episodes you just saw laughing your ass off with some real shit.
Yeah.
You about to see some stuff that, historically it's painful, but check it out. It's so weird. Like, how do you sell that?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd rather them try to teach with it than to just pull it all together, because I feel like that's the same shit like we do with in the educational system with like what is it, critical race theory?
Yeah,
and shit like that. Like it's better if you contextualize.
I agree. I think it's a tough line to tread, but I think specifically in this instance, leave that episode, because that itself is a teaching moment, and there's a lot of people out there who will understand and empathize with that episode, that it helps. And I feel like it helps more than it hurts. I get on the other end of it where there are people who are taking it seriously, but the same thing happens when you used to watch Stephen Colbert do The Daily Show. Literally he got invited to the White House with Bush because they thought he was being serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand that it's like, okay, well, we don't want to placate the people who think this is totally how he acts and like, oh, but then that would be like the entirety of The Office. Because like you said, Michael, he's a caricature. So everything he says, just stop showing The Office. Do you know what I mean? He was sexist on like every freaking episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of them.
I mean, that's what she said.
Exactly.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Actually,
all the ones where Jim stares straight at the camera. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Jim ain't my favorite.
But I agree. I think there's things to be taught from it, and people use it to teach as well.
Yeah.
So I say leave it in. I mean, there's other ones that they did where there was like apparently blackface was used in like 30 Rock that I don't remember, but they took those out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
but
honestly,
that's another show like The Office, though.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
If like, look how much noise this is making.
Right.
If your explanation for it doesn't have that much energy where you could actually explain and teach why you took it off,
right,
then just taking it away is not enough.
Exactly.
It actually creates another problem.
Yeah. Because you actually make it more problematic because
that's what I.
So why did you take it off?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Well, it was wrong. What made it wrong?
What was wrong? Exactly.
What made it wrong? Can you tell me? Not with that mic on. You know what I mean?
You want to add anything, France?
Yeah.
You look like you wanted to add something.
Actually, no. I'm like, y'all said it pretty cut and dry. Maybe there's something larger looming on the horizon.
You said we would dry.
No, cut.
I know. Yo, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. I'm playing.
You know what, y'all? Cut and moist. How about that?
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, cut and juicy. You like
Oh my God.
Cook medium? Huh? Anyway.
I was like, this sounds like you're just like gutting me. I don't know.
Go ahead. It's a Boston Market commercial in my head. Go.
Cool. But, the same thing we're seeing with critical race theory is that there's legislation being put forth to strip. And it's this, like you said, it's the exact same thing. But what that leaves is the people who are doing the stripping of the thing, the people who are taking something away, are not the people who are left with the thing.
Right.
Exactly.
So I'm curious now what the impact of that will be without it. Like, because I feel like that's a hole in the actual plot and narrative of The Office.
It's a fucking crater.
But even beyond that, that's just going back to the idea that like, okay, that was wrong, skip over it, pretend it didn't happen, erased.
Yeah, that's
and that is the issue with racism right now.
Right.
We're just trying to pretend it doesn't exist.
If we don't look at it,
it never
go away.
If we don't look at them,
which turns into if we don't look at black people, then they'll go away.
They'll leave Harlem finally. What?
Harlem.
Wow. Gentrification just took a whole nother.
Oh my God. Harlem. Pick your pick, bro.
That's enough to fit.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this episode was heavy.
Heavy. Okay, we're gonna get into our spoiler.
It's my turn.
I think it is your turn.
It is. It totally is.
Because he did it last time, right?
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna put Brian on the spot.
Brian's gonna do spoiler.
Yeah. Brian, you're gonna name an anime. Random. Just name an anime. Anyone. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Hachiko, Hitachi, and
He's thinking.
Machiko and Hachi.
Okay. He named something I don't know.
Ooh.
So what we're gonna do? Well, what we're gonna do for the spoiler, we're gonna make it nice ooh and kawaii for Christian. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is not my usual mode. I'm not.
I don't even understand. I just learned about it today.
Kawaii type person.
Oh.
I'm really not.
Just make sure you do the peace sign.
Oh yeah, the double
help
peace
you.
sign.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, Christian. Okay. Yeah. Spoiler. There you go.
There it is.
God,
Yeah.
this is the best moment.
There you go. You got it? I did. You better. All right.
If you were not warned before, you are warned now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a spoiler section.
If you have not seen episodes 2 through 5 of What If, please mute us if you're streaming and look at our funny faces. And then we'll be like, when it's ready to listen again.
As we pose awkwardly for the camera.
And if you also haven't seen Shang-Chi as well, mute us or skip ahead on the timestamp if you're listening to this in audio. Because we will be spoiling it. Sorry, Brian. So sorry.
Write that down for me. I'll go watch it.
All right. We're going to go straight into what if. My question is this, before we get into specifics. All of them leave off on cliffhangers. Of your favorite cliffhangers, what do you think actually happens in the rest of that story?
Oh,
What happens the rest? It's worse than what we see.
It's always worse
It's
than what you
worse.
see.
Yeah.
So let's go, for instance, when
Jesus.
T'Challa is Star-Lord, for those.
Okay, that's
Okay.
episode 2, right?
Episode 2.
Yeah.
At the very end, you see, what's his name? The dad of actual...
Oh, Ego.
Ego shows up, and he's like, hey, son.
Yeah. Finds his grown ass mopping the floors
Mopping
of
the
the
floor at the
restaurant
Dairy Queen.
At the Dairy Queen.
Where he planted that flower.
One of many.
Yeah. So what do you think happens there? Because then, wait, the Watcher said this might be the end of the world.
Yeah, do you remember the part in Guardians 2 where they finally see all the bones of the previous progeny?
Of the,
Oh,
of
yeah.
the, of the kids.
Yeah.
That. But
Times
everywhere.
the universe. Like
So
Ego
he's just
wins.
Yes.
You think he would just win.
Like,
Hey!
KO! Like, yeah.
But if we have people like Star-Lord and all
But he's not
Super
Star-Lord.
hyper combo finish.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
over.
Yeah.
Because he becomes the other Ego. He becomes the thing his dad wants
Right.
him
He
to
doesn't
be.
have the Guardians. He doesn't
Okay.
have his dad. Okay? Yondu.
Mary
He-
Poppins.
He doesn't have any of that upbringing to make him into Star-Lord, man.
So
He doesn't have any of that.
So what would the plan be then, right? He shows up.
Ego wins, and it's just him and his son.
in the world.
The rest of
And they
all
make-
creation is dead.
And they
That's
make
whack.
life when they want to, and they destroy it when it's whack.
Yeah, they make everything that exists a Lego set. And only 2 players.
Oh my god.
That's it.
They become Will Ferrell in the Lego movie.
Yeah, because the guy he's running into in the Dairy Queen, man's just
Right.
going to the back, jerking off to Alyssa Milano posters. He doesn't he doesn't know
That's
anything about
true.
space.
That's true.
He knows nothing.
But he knows more current music probably.
Oh yeah, his playlist is probably
He's
tight.
been around.
But Ego wins.
He's been around.
So was it worth it? No.
Wow.
Because remember, Thanos only killed half motherfuckers. Like he only did away with half. Ego
Efficiently.
is doing everyone but him and his son.
Everything must go.
Yeah.
Liquidate.
Yeah.
So on that same one then, in the zombie one,
Uh-huh.
we see Thanos zombie
Yeah.
with a glove, just missing the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he about to do?
Eat some brains.
He did the glove like, I'm gonna do some shit.
Right,
Even
because
though I'm a
Gonna
zombie.
zombify everything.
the zombie episode was cool because motherfuckers were zombified but still able to use
Exactly.
even though it's not as efficiently or as effectively
Right.
their abilities and shit.
Right.
So Thanos has a near complete Infinity Gauntlet, which you call the glove, Aisha. We're gonna fight on that later.
The Power Glove. What are you talking about?
He's a zombie. It's a glove, okay?
Nintendo fucking cancels. Relax.
Oh, that's dead ass.
They
Hold on.
will. Yeah,
Chill,
they don't
Nintendo,
play.
relax, bro. We like y'all.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, stop mentioning them. They fucking hate that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Shigeru Miyamoto, I love you. Okay. He's gonna do some shit, but he's a zombie now.
Like, what is in his mind?
He's not gonna snap away Half-Life.
He's gonna
'Cause he
completely
wants-
zombify all life.
He thinks they're gonna turn everyone into zombies.
No, I don't. I think he's just gonna do the opposite of what Thanos would do, because they're zombies, so they want to eat the flesh. They want to
Wow.
bite the human. So he's not
So
gonna.
the
He's not
resources
gonna use
are
the
fine.
glove to do it. Then what's the fun in that?
You know, I keep forgetting
So
that
he
this,
has
that
enough resources.
He wants the nom nom.
In this, they're not zombies as much as they are a virus from the microverse.
Right. So he might just want to keep making life.
Oh God! They do what Vision did. but
Meals.
more efficient.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's like, fuck resources. We need more people. Fatten them up.
Human resources.
Yeah. That's what he probably would do.
Oh my god.
Right? Why would he get rid of half life? Or why
That's
would he
what I was
zombify all life with a glove when
He
you could
needs
do
to
it with
eat
your...
it. He
Yeah,
needs to
they want to
eat
But he's
eat it.
Thanos, so he would de-zombify half the zombies so he can
he
eat
can
them.
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
them.
it can only be me.
Right. Which
I'm
is
not-
what
I'm not-
Vision was doing.
Nah, Vision, what I love,
He
Wildin'.
let WandaVision eat half of
He let
T'Challa.
Wanda.
he WandaVision...
He WandaVision.
Wanda. He
did.
WandaVision... Like, he did the same thing she would have done. Or that she did. Like, you know what I mean? He was using people's lives to sustain his delusional love. Same way she was doing it. Like, that shit was a flip. That was cool. It made
I
sense.
didn't even think about it like that.
That's what he was doing.
My brain.
And it was so interesting when all of a
got you.
sudden, like, they showed up, and then that's when he learned the error of his ways. Mind you, right? He's
Mind
like,
you.
exactly. He was like, I can't leave her. Like, I can't bring myself to leave her, right? At the end when they were trying to escape. Why'd you kill yourself before you could hold her off? They trying to escape.
Well, first of all, he wasn't going to hold her off. None of them were. Let's be real clear
I
about
mean,
that shit.
Power scale shit. Nah.
Yeah, none of them, even combined effort, were going to hold her to nothing. There's nothing they holding. That's Wanda.
Yeah, that was really...
That's Nexus
when
being
she
in the
started
ass
fighting
Wanda.
the Hulk in that episode,
Which is cool.
I was like, Houseway, how is he even doing this?
Yeah, but he ain't gonna last long.
Gamma Rays is doing this?
Nah, he brought it. It's hard
Nah,
to bite him. It's hard to bite him. It's hard to bite him.
Nah, you take apart his body.
I mean, we know
with
he's
her
immortal
mind.
now.
A bullet don't kill him in the mouth, so biting, you got.
I'm not even talking about biting. I'm saying just Wanda's power. He's like, I'm fighting you. I'm like, how?
Oh, he's really
He's
strong.
just really
He's
strong.
really.
You know I love him. So
Yeah, but he's really strong. It's hard. You
The
can't
movies
just bind him up.
The movies actually nerf how strong he actually is.
OD. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
that's true.
OD.
So we mentioned the virus that made them zombies.
Yeah, Michelle
right?
Pfeiffer got whacked.
She got messed up in
She got
the
got.
Microverse.
in the microverse subatomic.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that happened more than once was everything is Hank Pym's fault.
Oh, that's not fair. I don't
But
know if
it's
that's
true because
that's twice.
that's twice in only
You know
5
what?
episodes.
True. That's
Because in the
true.
other one, he was assassinating Avengers.
But they making up for. We talked about this too. They making up for the fact that fair or unfair, Hank Pym is always like vilified and monster. Like he's not the only Avenger to slap a woman in the comics.
Sorry,
Like
you said
domestic
that so
abuse. Like
funny.
Captain America
Can't
was
take
like
care of
doing
your
the same
woman.
shit.
Yeah.
Captain America?
Yeah.
You know, he's from the time when people talk like this. So
Yeah.
that was normal.
Yeah.
What?
Why is the icebox empty? Like he was.
Buy bail bonds.
With a vibranium shield and
No,
super
no,
soldier
but with the back of
With the
his
back,
his
yes.
back
hand.
of the super soldier fucking
Yeah.
hand. Guys.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again.
I
Hank
don't-
Hank Pym is not the only Avenger to lay hands. So I feel like they're making up a little bit.
For making him all
Yeah, they're like
nice
we,
and,
we made him really likable.
He was really likable.
Even though he's crotchety
yeah.
he's crotchety.
in the
He's
MCU.
he's just
in the
all
MCU,
So
right.
they
he's
also
crotchety.
removed the stigma of him creating Ultron.
They did.
Yeah,
I
they
like,
totally took that away from
I
him.
like that because when I saw
Me too.
Ultron, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Pym should be making Ultron. Like, that
You
made more
fucking
sense.
nerd. I love you.
That's only because I saw the animated one.
No, I don't care
and
what the
like
reason is.
one
That shit was
better.
good.
But she's referencing the ultimate,
I know.
yo,
See, they know
3 nerds
more of
and
what
a nerd that also acts.
Yeah, man, it's cute, man.
y'all pretend like I knew exactly which.
Okay, you
Okay.
about
I
the
just know the
chapter and
story.
verse. All right. But anyway, good point, Aisha. I agree.
So then they made him like this evil guy who also like. So in the zombie one is like, oh, I got my wife, and then
yeah.
that was the most hilarious part. Besides Paul Rudd being hilarious in the episode,
Yo,
is when
Paul was
they
gold
jumped
in
out of that the ship like we're gonna save the day, and then Cap was like, ow.
Yeah. it's,
He
like,
got bit by Hank Pym like,
it's
"Ah!"
like chewing on him. His neck.
It was like a mosquito.
Yeah.
That shit
It
was
was a wrap for
hilarious.
Cap. Bucky was cool in this one. Damn, they over sexualized Bucky all the
man,
time.
it was the best.
They,
and it was just
they really do.
cartoon.
It's the fanfic, man.
That's
Tumblr
how
did
you
that shit.
overlook the animation.
Wow.
You're like, look, it's Bucky in the shower.
Look at the strategically placed steam.
It was
Yeah.
great. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Strategic, steam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
good. It was good.
It was good.
And Peter mentioned Uncle Ben. That was important. That's the first
He
time
did.
you hear fucking Uncle Ben's name in the MCU.
In the MCU.
Period. Important.
So before we move on to Shang-Chi, I really need to talk about the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that was my
episode.
favorite one. I was hoping we spent at least a little bit on that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because like we said, they're fun, but this one, I would say, was not so fun.
Shit was tragic from jump to go.
Tragic from the beginning. And like, I remember when I clicked on the synopsis, I was like, oh, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Yeah.
I immediately was like, oh no, someone's gonna die.
Oh wow, that's where you went. I thought this one's gonna be cheesy.
I thought like either he would heart transplant or something, but then I was like, oh no, I know what this means. As soon as it was like showing them too, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
right.
I loved it.
It was good.
I honestly loved it, and I think it like, and once we get to Shang-Chi, I'm like, we saw this right before we saw Shang-Chi, so I was like, this has to connect somehow. There's some way that this is connected. But the idea of like him being able to see the Watcher after sucking everyone's powers.
That was crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was really dope. I mean, the Watcher each episode, if you pay attention to, is like he's coming more and more into focus.
Yeah.
Right.
Like eventually he's just gonna be like breathing hot breath on the fucking camera lens, like, I watch, I cannot intervene.
All you see is his collar.
Yeah. He's just all up on that shit. Yeah, this episode was my favorite. I mean, it kind of broke some of the rules for how they've established the time stone works, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I just went with it. Benedict Cumberbatch was great.
Yeah.
Can we give him his...
When he said Dormammu, it was way better.
That's right. He's gotten better.
I was legit listening for that.
He's gotten better. It was a really cool concept. And then the whole thing about these what if things, we're wondering, how does it connect? What is going on? Is there a common thread? Like, these are cool stories on their own, but what we like about the MCU is that they connect. How does that work? We once again see those tentacles.
Yes, from the first episode.
That he absorbs, from the Sharon Carter episode. Could that be Shuma Gorath? Who knows? I hope. Because Shuma Gorath is like quirky, weird, fun, and absolutely OP. For those that know him from the Marvel versus games, that's nothing. The comic, he's a god. He's like a.
But it was like, it blew my mind. Like what the Sorcerer Supreme Tilda Swinton character did.
The ancient one.
Right, the ancient one. So not only is this a what if, like, oh, we're in another universe, she's like, also, I'm going to split that again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we can do that?
Exactly. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Split that in two so that then, like, this is the good you and this is the evil you.
Within this alternate,
Exactly. And then even then, he's still lost.
Yeah, it's the reach around to the mindfuck.
So... Oh, go ahead. You say something.
No,
pause on what I said.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I mean,
and then I watched the reach around. I'm like, this is what? Anyway,
is it?
How do you? But I didn't want to interrupt you too hard.
Oh, I was just gonna say, in the end, there is he now sitting in a bubble of world alone?
You said all the episodes end cliffhangers.
And actually,
and I'm like, what the
I'm
fuck?
glad you finished that.
Is he gonna die there, but not die?
There is a core function to the Doctor Strange we know in the comic books. A core moment. He falls in love with a woman named Clea, and him not have she's not there anymore, and her not being there is the core torture, like the core torturing of the hero that makes him stay noble that we never got. I was like, this brings that to us, to this Doctor Strange.
With Christine instead of Clea.
And that's what gives, and because that's what makes him OP in the comics. That he experienced this tragedy, and he's like, I'll just dive deeper into the magic. I was like, and then he becomes.
That's what happened.
That's the impetus. That's the driving force. That's the thing that.
And that's why it was an absolute event, right?
Completely, and that's what made it. That's what makes this deep. And now we as viewers have that, and we can contextualize that into the next time we see Doctor Strange. Anytime he does anything over the crazy, like it's because he's experienced this tragedy. But
even with the next time we see Doctor Strange, I'm like, the next time we see Kang the Conqueror or something, like Jonathan Major's character, who's
But
seen
Doctor
all-
Strange,
right? Like all
you're
these
not
different,
the only one who could.
right?
Oh shit!
Like, what does it mean?
Holy
You
shit!
just out-nerded us.
Out nerd. It was literally timed like the exact
Go ahead.
same thing.
Make sense of it. Try. I dare you.
Come on, he can see all
Yo.
possible futures, and this guy is like existing in two different time.
I'm gonna lean away
pools
from the
in
mic
another
and just look
universe.
at Mike.
Yo, I
Isn't
just
that wild?
blew my entire fucking mind.
It's just that's actually
'Cause
like
now I see that.
actor brain in storylines.
I see that, but she says something that I didn't see before, but that I want now.
right?
Yep.
That would be fucking
be
cool if he's the
ridiculous.
mirror of. Like, Kang is taking full-on tours through timelines,
Yeah,
whereas
he's
Doctor
like-
Strange is doing it his way with the neck twitches.
Yo,
And they, at some point, meet. Oh my
that
god!
would be so
Oh
fun.
my god! Oh
That's
my god!
one
though.
of the movies.
No. But now I'm seeing it because who was Thanos's like
Uh-huh.
opposite? Who was the one that Thanos knew and
What do you mean?
Tony and Thanos were linked like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
So maybe-
And it took Tony to take him down. So is
Kang
Kang
the one to take down Doctor evil Doctor Strange?
No,
No,
just,
other way
just,
around.
just whatever. Just
Oh.
good Doctor Strange that
Good
had to
Doctor
go that route. Yo, what the fuck, Aisha?
That would be fun.
That was really good.
It's just an
That's
exciting
called
thought.
spec.
I don't know if
That's
everybody
good.
understands why I'm so excited by that theory, but that is a really good fucking theory.
It would be fun.
It does support the
Trying to hit
Strange.
up K5 in the chat.
Strange is the new Iron Man. Like the core,
Yeah.
like holding the core of the universe.
Absolutely. Just instead of with tech, with magic.
Beard Bros.
Yeah.
Bros.
Yeah. And Mentor Bros, because who
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man went to him for. Oh man, the parallels are fucking mind blowing.
It was fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
More Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Brian, you got extra pants here? I can change it to. You got spare pants for your people that come to the studio? That was really good. That was really good.
Imagine
Somewhere
you
in the
doing
back.
bars. You're like, yo, damn, yo, man, you got pants?
You got pants, bro. Extras.
Turn me up. Hey, let me get pants.
Fuck. All right, what's next?
What's next? Shang-Chi.
Just
is
in awe right
next.
now.
So yeah, that's
Very exciting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, watch
There's-
What If,
The
guys.
sky's the limit.
Yeah,
The
watch What
universe
If.
is the limit? I don't know.
All right, Shang-Chi.
the watcher's
All right.
collar is the limit.
Exactly. It's just-
Wow.
All right, so
That's
let's
really
get
good.
into Shang-Chi. Hey, anything can
We're
happen.
not gonna let you live this nerd moment down. Yeah, like
It was more of like a writer nerd moment.
we just did What If. Now we're like,
What if though?
I'm
Yo.
fan fictioning the fuck out of this shit in my head. This
It'd be
Bucky.
fun. I was like, with Bucky?
no, come on.
Bucky
We
and
all
Jonathan
have.
Majors?
I'm not going
Wow.
to
And
jail.
then
We've
Michael
all
B.
done.
Jordan?
All right. Now,
Wow, that
yeah,
was
They're
left.
all
real
the same place.
specific
That
on
was
that.
Anyway, okay, so let's
Another
move
shirtless
on.
warrior, Shang-Chi.
Another shirtless warrior, which good looking Asians, hey, they were great.
Yeah.
They were all
plenty of
good
them.
looking.
Sure.
Let's talk about it. Okay. So we were talking about Aquafina when it came to Shang-Chi. We're gonna
Yeah.
start with the topical thing. She did not exist, right? In the comics, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
this character does not exist in that
Okay.
way. In the like this, no, he's a very
That
lone,
I know
he's a
of,
lone,
no.
Shang-Chi's a
Right.
loner character.
Right. So now we see him not really as a loner. Is Aquafina's character important? Or
To
is
him?
she just sidekick?
If she's important to him, she becomes integral to the narrative.
Yeah. And I think what's really cool about their relationship is that, and I couldn't really mention that in the non-spoiler,
Right.
is that it's not necessarily romantic,
It's not, yeah.
and that's where the support came in. Like, she was down. She was a friend, you know?
Yeah.
And
Life mate.
but it didn't feel forced, and it didn't feel token. It felt very natural. Like, the chemistry was really good.
Right.
If this were to turn into something like that down the road, cool. But it doesn't have to.
No.
And I think that's it's refreshing. I hate to say
I
it. It's
kind of like
refreshing
that it's
for these
platonic.
type
I want
of,
it to stay that way.
I mean, if it does, it does.
But
If it doesn't,
the way they landed it, it doesn't have to.
right.
Because it's no longer saccharine. Like I gotta say, I'm like, all right, no, I see how like, I don't even feel the type of way about it.
Yeah.
Like, all
But
right.
throughout the movie too, we saw her growing into something more too, right? She's picking
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
bow and arrow,
Sure.
and she's like making pivotal moves, and
She could drive.
she could
can
drive,
drive. Hell
right?
yeah.
But then also, we in spoilers, when they go through, Wong is like, we need to talk to you, both of you.
We drink this Mai Tai.
Is this like a duo thing now? Are they both in the Avengers together? Like, oh, you need your sidekick. She gonna help drive.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's less that she's an Avenger. I think it's clear he is because, first of all, it was surprising the way that they resolved the story because at some point I was like, wait, are they gonna let him keep the rings? Like by the end of this, it's not gonna cost the rings to like win, and I was very surprised that he.
Is that a thing in like
No,
the comics?
clearly no. Like
the
they already changed the rings by not making them actual finger rings.
Right.
They're arm rings.
Yeah, these
arm rings now.
actual based on a weapon. Like this real weapon. I don't know the name of the things.
Oh, okay. So in the comics, they were finger rings.
Yeah,
It's worn
that the
by the
Mandarin
Mandarin.
had.
Yeah, right.
And now they
then-
transformed them into something much more different, much more like kung fu centered.
Mm-hmm.
Not kung fu, not that borderline
yeah.
or egregious racist shit that was
Oh, right.
going
They
around.
talked about.
Yeah. So they made this a really cool, either magical or high tech objects that made sense in the narrative. And now that he gets to keep them, he can hang with the Avengers because
Right.
like he can.
Because he was just really, really good fighter.
Yes, and we did not speak enough about that in the non-spoiler.
We will for sure.
That was my favorite thing in this movie is that they didn't try to explain the philosophy of kung fu.
Yes.
There was no one there to say, "Wow, he moves really." No, there was none of that. They were shock and awe because he was just dope at what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
And it was clear in his movements. There was a little Jackie Chan. There was a little Bruce Lee. There was a little bit of, the wire string thing, Crouching Tiger. There was a little bit of all the great kung fu movies that we've seen in the past, but it was just weaved into. You could tell that's how he thinks and moves at all times.
Right.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish they were that smart and subtle and just blatant instead of heavy-handed and like catering at times. It was just done flawlessly.
I completely agree. I think the idea of the flashbacks to seeing how ruthless his dad was. That was really exciting to see. And that fight between him and the mom, I immediately was like, oh, okay, this person that's his mom right there. Yeah. That fight was beautiful. That fight was
very
lovely.
Crouching Tiger, right?
Yes. Yeah. But then also, seeing him get trained as a little kid, and it wasn't even so much of like, you have to be the best fighter. It was just like, I gotta, 1, avenge my mom, and like 2, impress my dad. Like, I gotta be like my dad. For reasons that he didn't understand until he was older was not a good idea.
Right.
But like, that just solidified his way of thinking. And that pivotal moment when he was 17 and we didn't even get to see what he went out to do. Right? He just said that he completed the mission.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever the mission was. It made him into like this multi-dimensional character that was just so fun to watch.
Yeah, he was great on screen. Very charismatic, enjoyable to see for a debut.
I was going to say, and if I remember, he's not like, he hasn't been in a bunch of stuff, right?
No.
Yeah.
He was on that Netflix series about the shop owner.
Kim's
Convenience.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience. I think he was on that show. He had a big role in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, people love that show.
But yeah, in terms of like movie stardom, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience.
But he's got a whole bunch of experience. So when we went to go see the Alamo, shout out Alamo.
Yeah, you know it.
I was like, they had the whole thing ahead of time, ahead of the showing that, showed all the stuff, and you see the short film, that YouTube joint that he did, and it's just him and dudes from because we saw it with Ronald.
Shout out to Ron.
Shout out to Ron. We saw it, and he was like, "Oh, I know." He knew the other stunt actors because Ron watches OD martial arts flicks. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the guy from the Raid. That guy was in this thing. And I was like, oh snap! And then to see
they know what they're doing.
It was a lot, and that translated so well because I didn't know Sumulu was. I know he was in the game like that.
Yeah, no.
And then I remember, right before we went in, I saw a behind the scenes thing, the slide swing down the bus.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He did that He did that.
Yeah. That was so fun.
And there's one of them he does when they're in the side of the building scaffolding. He does one of those too, another kind of parkour. So I was like,
right.
You can't.
But if we talk about him, we have to talk about his sister. Because
the girl great too.
She was amazing, who also is someone not, quote unquote unknown, right? In their first known unknown, first big film. Her fighting was ridiculous as well. Yep. The choreography, and I bet she did some of her own stuff.
And I liked her character too. Like
her character was
her
great.
reasoning for why she was that bad bitch, I'm gonna say
Exactly.
it, was justified. They rolled it out real. It was believable. And that power move she makes in the end credit scene, it was like, yep,
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it was very, it was like Talia Al Ghul.
Talia, yeah, very
Talia Al Ghul.
Talia.
It was very that, you know, like, all right, that's that. Let me take over this whole organization
Yes.
of assassins, you know?
Which is a very new narrative that they just are exploring in the comic book in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
So it was really dope that they were able to just swing that in,
Yeah, let's put that in
and
there.
then it
Right.
moves. I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're thinking about the mom, right? The mom was of this other legend that, you know, the dad was just trying to take and ended up being like, or I'll just take a wife. But I kept thinking while watching that she has some connection to the legend. Like, I know, like, once we got to the actual, like, mythical place that ended up being real with all the amazing animals, it was very Avatar, Blue People one.
Mm-hmm.
It was all
But-
like Chinese, based
Chinese
on
myths.
Chinese
Yeah,
myths.
and it was
Yeah.
beautiful. But then they just had like a regular altar for her as a regular human who has passed away, someone who had powers though.
Yeah.
My thing was, I feel like she was more connected to the legend than we think. Like something with the dragon.
There's
like,
something there. I don't know if you want. Did you want to go into that?
Why, do you know things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me things.
I was like, so the 10 rings in the comics exist
Yeah.
outside of just the hand. Well, no, even the hand ones were power sources for ship.
Yeah, they were alien tech.
Yeah, but the aliens were space dragons.
They were
Space
shapeshifters, but they like
Shapeshifters.
taken the forms of dragon-esque like looking
Right.
things.
She's a space
I
dragon.
can't remember if Fin Fang Foom was a part of that.
He
yeah,
was
he is, right.
absolutely a part of that.
Right. So it was like,
And he looked like a Chinese dragon just because
Because-
they just had to explain why they had space dragons.
they had to figure out they got the name first. They're like Fin Fang Foom. Anyway,
More racist.
Highly problematic.
Got it,
highly
got
problematic.
it.
But then the ring's supposed to be a part of that. Supposed to be the power source for that. Which then, when we get the translation of that into the films, the MCU films, we get the 10 rings, we get the dragons. But when we get to the end credits, that's when things get interesting.
Right. I was gonna say, so then in the end credits, we see these rings because Wong is like, we need to talk. Those rings set off a like
Beacon.
Nexus event.
Yeah. A lot of theories.
He
on
says a
what
beacon.
that is.
It was a beacon.
It looks like an Nexus event. The thing
Yeah,
that he
it
shows,
looked like a heart, like
it
pumping.
literally looks like. For me, this is in a direct alignment to the moment that Kang doesn't know where everything's when everything's happening.
Okay.
So like
So when
in Loki, when they
Wanda-
lined that up with Wanda, you're saying it's
Okay.
also lined up with this.
I believe it is, but even more importantly is the power source. It gives off the same thing that we hear about in the Eternals trailer about the emergence,
Right.
which is the thing that Thor references in. It's an idea that he references in the first Avengers about the Earth being ready for a higher form of warfare.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
With the
Like
introduction
oh,
of the
y'all
Infinity
could
Stones.
fight?
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's fight.
And it links back into the Celestials
Yeah.
who are always looking like, oh, what's happening on this world that we
Yeah.
made before?
Yeah.
So
Are
I
they a
know
threat?
they say this isn't the beginning of a next phase, but that feels like a hell of a
Well,
beginning to something,
film wise, cool.
right?
Technically, probably not, because Black Widow does give us on a smaller scale the Thunderbolts tie-in that we're probably
Okay.
going to
Got
get,
it, got it.
which I think is going to be
With
significant.
Elaine from
Right.
Seinfeld.
But it's on a small scale, and then it also we have to acknowledge the Disney Plus shows too.
Right.
They're setting.
right.
They
What
called it a beacon. I'm gonna say it's a beacon for now.
a beacon
Oh, no.
to who?
Bruce said that it was old and ancient,
Yeah.
but
Like
here's the
older
thing.
than anything he had.
Older than anything. But here's the shit about that.
Whoa.
If Man's Kang is from the future
Yep.
and he brings you back future tech from far enough, it might seem old to you because of how long it's existed. But that doesn't mean it goes that far
Oh, man.
back from where you are.
Paradox
So wait,
Jenkins,
we're
let's
saying-
go.
I just want to blow your mind back.
Wait. So you're saying
Revenge.
you're
Like,
telling me
They're
we built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Okay, so look. Homie said it's ancient and it's
Yeah,
older than
yeah.
anything. So right, okay.
But you think this has to do with Kang?
It could be Kang tech because nobody recognized it. Not even Wong.
Okay.
So it's either one of two things for me. It's either Kang tech that was brought back
Right.
to
through the portals of time,
our
wherever.
history.
Wenwu, I forgot the dad's name.
Wenwu. Yeah.
Wenwu, yeah.
Yeah.
It was brought back from Kang's time to his time so he could influence mad time.
Because that's true. Because they said, oh, nobody knows where he got it.
Yeah.
They say he stole it off of a
Exactly.
warrior.
Had that shit for like
or-
1,000
It was
years.
a bunch of, it was
Right.
a bunch of
It's either Kang
myths.
Tech dabbling or there's a Eternals tie-in because they're going to be... They show the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in the trailer for the Eternals, meaning we're going to see them from way backs, okay?
They dropped the rings like,
Yeah,
why
maybe
not?
Faust or whatever
I think he built
built it
them.
for him. This is tech that
Right.
no one knows about because
It's
it's
supposed to
been
help
as
them.
hidden as the Eternals
It's
have
a
been.
toilet. It's
Right.
to be something
You're using
bad.
it
I
wrong.
can't believe
Yeah.
they put those on their wrist.
Right.
Disgusting.
So those rings, which again, it's not even clear if they take them away from him. Like, nah, you can still use them. It's fine.
I know.
This
Just
is
hold on
dangerous.
to
Because
it,
Wong likes to
alright?
lock shit up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But let's assume he gets to keep using them. Shang-Chi does. You know, so I think it's one of those. It's either coming from the future so far back, or it's going to be the Eternals
Eternals.
tie-in that we were looking for.
I think it'd be both.
Damn.
Right. And it wasn't until that possibility that like the movie got a higher score for me, like brought more out of me, because I wasn't sure how this is going to tie into everything else.
Oh, okay.
On its own merit, it was a great kung fu film, great story, great narrative. A little bit, I think, choppy with where they decided and when they decided to lay down. Like the mom thing, they saved it for the end, like it was a big reveal, but I'm kind of like,
wasn't,
I kind of
yeah.
feel like we knew
Yeah.
that she died. Like, so there was some things that I feel like they chopped it up to make it seem more interesting, but I don't know if it was as impactful if it would have built up to something.
I think that's the Disney
You get what I'm saying?
effect. I think that's the Disney
Yeah. I'm saying
effect,
that's nitpicking.
No, but I feel like
For
that's
me.
what they always do, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
bring in, that little dog
Yeah.
character Horace.
That-
and
but
do
that's-
the
That
little-
little head ass thing, that was hilarious.
That was,
Yeah.
and again, based on a
Head-ass.
Chinese myth, a mythological
Definitely.
creature. And then we should probably talk about Sir Ben Kingsley because he shows
Oh,
up.
Oh my gosh!
after.
Yeah, if we're talking
Slattery.
about Horace,
Yeah.
or no Morris,
I thought it was Morris.
Morris.
At first, I thought it was Maurice, and then apparently
it
it's
was
Morris.
Morris.
Yeah, could
one
you
of those.
active flourish?
Yeah.
Act.
Maurice.
We don't get any resolution with him. He shows back up, but then what happens? What does he do?
He lives there now.
Does he live there, or does he
was
go with the
playing-
sister?
He was playing dead.
I don't know.
So then he's gonna be like,
I like
there-
him as a loose end.
I do.
Yeah,
too.
sure. Like
He's
let
about
him
to be the
show up
next
somewhere
Turk
else.
He's
Barrett.
gonna literally keep showing up.
Let him kill Mysterio. I'll show you how to act.
My God,
Have at thee.
that's facts. Now I thought it was great. I honestly was like, this is hilarious and makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And when he told the story of him getting broken out of jail and then being a
worked.
jester,
Yeah.
it was really good.
It was a glaring, blemish on the MCU. So I'm glad that they went back and
They
addressed
acknowledged it. They
And
addressed it. Yep.
if you're saying this gave you Iron Man vibes, welcome back.
Well, yeah.
Oh, snap.
There you go.
Multiple levels.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We do got to move on because we're going to do some rapid fire trailers, I guess, now.
Yeah.
But we already told you we gave it our ratings. Definitely go see it.
Yeah. It's the
If you already
highest
saw it.
rated superhero film of all time right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It has
They
a
were-
98 audience review.
Black Panther had
Other ones
Black
didn't?
Panther was up there, and then it got legit hate bombed.
Yeah, it got hate
did,
bombed.
it did.
But it's higher than Dark Knight. It's higher than anything you could think of comic book related. It's the one now.
Oh my God.
But speaking of the one.
All right. Let's get into these trailers.
Oh, trailers.
We're not going to talk about the one just yet.
What happened? I can't see
Okay.
that.
I was there. You treated 1v1 Shang-Chi.
What?
Yo,
did you say?
don't repeat.
Yo, no,
I told you.
you told me.
Oh my God.
He said Uhtred and
from-
Shang-Chi shoot
was
the
it
fair one.
From Vikings?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not
No,
from Vikings.
From the Forbidden Kingdom? Last Kingdom.
Last Kingdom.
Last Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny.
Stop the madness. All right. Though the first trailer I want to talk about is Spider-Man because that came out
Cool.
a while
Yeah,
back.
let's get it. Let's get it.
And people were mad, or I guess
People
Marvel
were
was
mad?
No, the Marvel was mad that it leaked. So then they're like, you know what? We're just gonna release it then.
Nah, I think that was always the plan because it came out on the
Thought they
date that
always
was
do that.
circled on the calendar in WandaVision.
Yep.
Oh my God! Can nerds stop? This is
August
too,
23rd.
Oh, it
This
was
is
there.
too
They did
much.
that.
You
No.
guys.
Okay, one time is a coincidence, but two times, Ruffin's favorite superhero and his birthday is August 23rd. Boom.
Guys.
So that was for him. I called
Y'all about to be
K5.
like Topeka, Kansas. Like
Shout out to Kansas
none
JT.
of this.
Here.
I guess.
Okay. Point is,
Once is a coincidence.
Spider-Man, what we see in this trailer is, everyone knows he's Peter Parker. We saw that at the end of, what was it called? Far From Home.
Yeah.
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 What was it called? Your man's movie?
Tom Holland. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So now it's like, everyone knows it's a lot of stress for him and he just wishes he didn't, which I find a very interesting topical reason to engage the powers of time from Doctor Strange.
And reality manipulation and
Less time.
What?
Because
Why?
he doesn't use the eye.
Well, right. He doesn't spell.
I guess not,
He's
yeah.
not doing
He
time.
doesn't spell.
yeah. You
But,
know what?
like-
I'll take this off. My ears are sweaty.
But like that's the whole thing, right? Like I wish that people didn't know I was Spider-Man. And I think you put that in the trailer because it's way bigger than that. What is the reason for Doctor Strange to be like, you know what, kid? Let me help you out and change the entire course of reality.
Well, he says it in the trailer. He says, "We saved the world. We saved the world together in a really big way. The least I could do for you is this."
Stop it. That's not the least.
No.
That's
He
huge.
said that you don't have to call me. But that was about the name. It was about what he called him.
He called him.
Yeah,
because
he called him Doctor Strange, and then he said, "Okay, Steven."
We saved the world together.
And he's like, I don't
And
like
"That's
that.
Yeah.
weird."
It
Well,
was
he
a
was
reference to that.
But because then Wong is like, don't do this spell. And he's like, wink, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you got it, Wong.
Like, what the fuck?
Tuna melt.
This is the guy that like didn't even want Loki stepping on Earth.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna change the
He locks all this shit up.
of like the world so
Beyonce
that
lyrics.
this guy can go back to being Spider-Man in secret. No.
I still don't think it's strange.
Yeah,
It could be one of the Kang Strangers that Aisha mentioned.
Oh shit, that would be a more realistic than
Look at
what
his
I'm
color
thinking.
scheme. It matches the Strange.
Oh, you mean Dr. Deadass with the
Dr. Deadass.
Yeah, the color scheme matches.
Stop
Huh.
it. Okay, wait,
I
but
think it's
some
Mephisto.
people think it's Mephisto.
Nah, I'm not doing that route no more.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But then some people
I know.
said it was Mysterio.
Nah, he's not that
Fuck
good.
That he's not really
dead.
He's not that good. No, Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's still Gyllenhaal. Whatever.
Gyllenhaal.
He's still alive. I think Mysterio faked his death. He
I don't
has
think
to
he's
still.
dead
That-
either.
You say that and I go, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think
Especially with like all of a sudden someone saying he was killed by Peter Parker. He did that.
I'm
shit.
not gonna go too far into because I feel like we'll get another trailer soon.
Right. We got to.
But Rapid Fire, my take on it, because I haven't said nothing yet on it, is I feel like in the past, the way that Marvel trailers have lied to us.
Right.
They show us
Lying.
Thor with 2 eyes. They show us, Loki in an empty field, getting like all this shit. I feel like this trailer might have been the most deceitful,
I agree.
most fucking shady ass trailer they've ever put out in the
There's
wild.
just more to it.
Could
like
be.
they're lying to us.
Because
I
I
agree.
There's a
don't
lot
think
going on.
I don't think that Dr. Octopus is looking at Tom Holland and calling him Peter.
No.
I'm thinking they just cut that deceitfully. And when they show him
agree with that.
in the end
Looking at
game,
Toby.
when they show him in the end game on the what bridge is that? It's somewhere in the,
Not on
in
a bridge,
in
but
the
then he's on top
Bronx.
of a car
Anyway,
and
when they
stuff.
show him on that bridge, this is watch the bridge. Anyway, when they show him on the bridge, I think he's flanked by people. I think
I hope so.
The Sinister Six.
no, I'm
no,
talking about
like
I'm talking about
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man. When
Because
they show
this
him
is
with the
gonna be
things
the
come out.
Toby, the Garfield,
Look at
the
all of them.
yeah.
See, Andrew keeps saying, I'm fucked if I say I'm in it. I'm fucked if I say I'm not. I'm telling you I'm not involved. He keeps saying that.
But he in it. He dead ass.
I don't
in
believe him.
It. Yeah, I don't believe him either.
Well, it's very exciting, and it set everyone
I'm calling them all liars.
out of their minds. That, along with the what if with Doctor Strange, and then Shang-Chi, people sucking powers. Man,
My thing is, I'm still on the. I forget that Hobgoblin's original name is Ned.
Ned Leeds.
It's like Ned, and I'm like,
Yeah. And Homeboy lost mad weight. He might have been doing that just for his health or for the selfies. I don't
talk
know.
about Jacob Batalon, right?
Yeah, the actor that plays
Guy
Ned, the
in
man
the
in the chair.
chair.
Yeah. Or he's like,
we're doing too much on this episode. This is just Nerd Spirits.
this is your fault.
I didn't do anything.
You canned us.
Am I Aisha?
The Kang Fu. Which is a thing. He
Yeah, it
actually
is.
uses Kang Fu. That's what he calls his fighting style.
Yeah.
When you've lived millennia, you get to
We're
call whatever
done.
you want,
Make
what you
shit.
want. Yeah.
We're done. Okay. We gotta move on to Matrix 4 now.
Oh, that?
Francis' favorite wet dream.
Matrix 4 Res Erections.
Yeah, honestly, it
Don't
came
make me
on the
change the title.
television and it was in some serious 4K that I was like, is this how we get out of the Matrix?
It was too damn crispy. I was like,
It was real.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yo, first of all, love the glasses.
For no reason.
no reason. Well, I think there's a serious
It's a
reason.
flex.
The way he answered that question when he was like, am I crazy? He was like, we don't use that word here. And I was like, who
Did he
are
say
you?
In here? I thought he said in here.
Just like that.
Yeah, I think he was. We don't use that word in here, and I think it's important. He says in here because what the fuck
Where
are they
are you?
in?
Where the fuck are you?
I watched this trailer and I'm like, they've just pluralized the Matrix.
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't think there's one. I think the commentary is gonna be out. The rabbit hole is
The rabbit hole
is what it is now.
Yeah.
It's the rabbit hole when you have two mirrors next to each other, and then you're like, "What the fuck? How many of them are there?"
Which is key to the plot of Through the Looking Glass.
Yeah.
I was like, which
Which
so
just
much
shows
is
up
based
blatantly.
on.
Yeah, the song choice.
It was beautifully done. Whatever's going on with the pills gives me Watchmen nostalgia vibe. I don't know what the pills do to you, but obviously
One makes you larger.
Oh, come on.
But obviously, the Matrix has evolved. They were like, none of y'all could leave this that easy this time.
You know what? I think you could also. I'm not gonna do it here. We can't. But it might have also devolved.
What do you mean? They've gone back to basics.
Well, where Neo before, he was uncomfortable, but he couldn't see it. And this trailer is like making it seem like he can't help but see it.
Right.
And so in that
He's like,
sense,
I'm in a dream, but it's
it's
not
not
a
as
dream.
good. It's not as effective.
That was effective.
But I would
But maybe
say
they did it on purpose because that was, now we can manage that shit.
we could spend 4 hours here.
Yes.
Right.
I'm telling you right now,
You're
we,
right.
we could spend 4 hours here easily.
Yeah.
But I want to see the twin Chet Hankses. I want to see the Merovingian. I want to see Persephone again.
Well, he was saying one of the Oracle who,
might have been a young Oracle.
yes,
That I think Priyanka Chopra is
Got
playing the young
older.
Oracle.
Which is
as
fine.
well. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I want to see all that, but I don't know if Yaya is playing actual young Morpheus.
I don't
I
think
don't-
so.
He might just be like Morphe-esque.
Yes,
I think
I think so
I
too.
think that's what the entire point of this is.
Yeah.
That everything is just kind of evolving.
A facsimile.
Except
It's
that
a spiral.
Neo and
We're on the
Trinity
same plane,
Yeah.
but somewhere
are
else.
there.
Yeah.
It's just like
But remember, they're that Nexus moment.
They're
They're
the
that
thing.
different thing.
that's
Okay.
the only thing that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very interesting, I will admit.
Jessica
I
Henwick
didn't think we could do this.
in the building from because who was it? Yeah, Christian was talking about that she could come back into his life in any way, shape, or form. But so seeing Jessica Henwick here.
Yeah.
Vibes, really good vibes.
Yeah.
Doing some backdoor programming joint. She was opening the door the same way that
Mm-hmm.
Seraph used to open the back doors to the program. To it. So it's like it's a lot going on.
We can spend 4 hours here.
We
Yeah.
can, and France could spend the rest of his life here.
I'm there now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You seen how they more advanced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bluetooth in it.
Obviously, we're in the Matrix right now, and
We never left.
We never left. So.
If the greatest story ever told, or if the greatest lie ever told is the devil doesn't exist, I'm telling you that, right? Then the most effective Matrix is the one that tells you that it does, and you don't believe it. So I'm flipping that.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
And this episode is just mind fuck.
Brought to you by-
The blue pill.
All right.
Right?
Last-
Right.
God, now I just want to order a steak. What? Why did that blow
'Cause
your
you're- 'cause
mind?
you're-
Nah,
dropping
just
bars.
go next trailer. Just
You
go
out here
next.
spitting.
Just go next
one.
trailer.
Let's go. You out here
It's not even
spitting.
fair this episode.
This
Okay.
motherfucker's spitting.
Not even fair.
Injustice animated trailer.
Damn, we ended on this weak
I
shit.
know. I guess I shouldn't
Sis.
have done that. We should do that first.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But if you made it this long, hey,
The
welcome
trailer
to
was
Injustice.
like nothing.
The trailer
was
was
literally
legit
a
the
second.
cutscene.
Not even.
It was the like the middle of the beginning of the first. It's the middle of the first cutscene.
It was the Peggy 12 version of the cutscene.
Peggy 18.
Yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? It gave us no like money shot. It gave us nothing
Money shot.
Because it gave you the moment right before it.
right before
Oh,
one of them at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just it wasn't. I wouldn't even call it like a dick tease. It was barely a fondle. Like
It
shit
It was
was.
Yeah,
a very
I
long.
agree.
It gave you the substance of a teaser.
Yeah.
Not even. It gave you the substance of that countdown that happens before a teaser.
It was a WYD at like 10:30 at night.
It was so short that I thought it was a fake fan trailer.
You up?
I was like, who?
Yes. I'm sorry. That's
No.
like
it's it.
yes. Just get to the. I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
We was looking for
I
Twisted
thought a
Tea.
fan made
We
that
didn't get
shit.
that.
You can get twisted nothing.
But for anyone who was listening, basically the Joker in this world, it's also based off the video game Injustice. So, I mean, if you played it, then you probably already know. But he's like going after Lois Lane. I feel like the best part of that trailer was like, we need to know why. And then he was like, after all these
Full
years,
head tilt.
he's like, you need answers from me? And I was
Yeah.
like, facts. Why are we even interrogating you?
Bruce is stupid.
He was like, for the love of it, why not?
This was fucking Baga, the movie.
Fucking Baga.
Okay. I'll take that.
That is like the deepest of deep cuts for anyone who watched the commentary version of Tropic Thunder.
If you know, you know.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, watch the trailer. It's 2 seconds long. It'll be of no...
A minute and 4 seconds.
Yep.
Literally of no use to you.
Minute and 4 butt ass.
Okay, well, we did it. This was a long one. I feel like it was needed, though, because we've been away
Yeah, sometimes a long one is needed.
all the time. Oh, which reminds me,
Wow.
before we go out, look at this picture.
Wait.
Wow.
Wait. The transcript to this got real weird.
It's a picture of
Simu Liu.
Simu Liu
Uh-huh.
without a shirt on,
Like in the movie.
like in the movie.
Yeah.
I wish people could see.
Nah,
this.
they helped that out a little bit. My man's is ripped, but I don't know if he's that ripped.
I was like,
That's 300 ripped.
freaking.
Oh,
look at
I know, no, he is.
When he hit those when he was in that spot and she's like, grab it in your shirt. He looked like that.
This is a Calvin Klein.
That has some
hat.
help on it. I'm gonna say it has a little help. I'm not hating. I'm just
Oh, no.
saying
Help-
that's a
help
little
is
help
good.
on the shaders.
All I'm saying is good looking Asians. I'm down. I love it.
Aisha loves shirtless men.
I'm sorry. Do people not like shirtless men?
No, I'm just saying. Jon Snow wasn't often shirtless.
He was
No, he was
everything.
pantsless.
That was the
There
moment
you
I
go.
knew I liked him. How else would I have known?
Really, we really do risking it all for Jon Snow butt cheeks.
Who's
Listen,
Who's
He's risking
There's
the
a lot-
podcast on.
risking. Listen, everyone's butt
She's like, I
cheeks.
built this city on
on
Everyone's
Jon Snow's ass cheek?
Jon Snow's ass cheeks, and now Jonathan Majors' ass cheeks. Started in Lovecraft Country. It continues
I
on.
don't know. Yo, I don't know
Continue.
why or how. I don't know why that. You know what?
It's facts.
I'm gonna be the responsible adult.
Thanks for listening.
There you go. And we appreciate
times.
y'all. We gave our shout outs.
Did.
But since we're gonna, we have to tear all this down now.
Right.
Appreciate Brian again.
Thank you, Brian.
For
Thank
helping
you.
us out.
Daryl, Wild Horse Recording. Check it out.
Yeah.
And
We appreciate y'all.
like, share, subscribe.
Shout out to Chaos Creek Gaming. Gonna record a podcast tomorrow with Daddy Fino, so that should be nice.
Ooh.
You can find us here on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. We're on IG, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. Find us.
We're almost everywhere.
Nah.
Discord is
we
the
know
next
when you're
frontier.
home.
Discord. Oh,
Discord is the next frontier, bro.
When you're not.
Okay.
All right.
Do it.
Later.
Night. Cut.